No doubt. Hey, Papa.
Hey, how you doing?
What are you
I'm
doing?
doing good.
Oh, it's still running the time.
That's good.
Uh-huh. There we go. Are you feeling
There we
better?
go. Yeah, I'm feeling something better today.
Well, that's good.
That's
Yeah,
wonderful. I'm gonna have to leave you.
Oh, no. Well, how did our MB?
Hello, Michael.
Who's calling?
Carla.
Oh.
oh, the good man comes in and she leaves, huh? Okay.
That's it.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know. How you
yeah,
doing today?
Yeah.
her sister was calling her.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yep, that's when you got to leave, that's for sure.
Yep.
So
I
how
know I
you
was
doing today?
I went and got another big load of hog feed and it about whooped me today.
Yeah,
I had
that put the hurt on you.
I had to get up in it and walk it down about 4 different times to get it all on there,
Yep.
and then had to put part of it on the truck because it was just too much.
Hi,
Uh,
Des. Hi, Beatra.
well, hey Des, hey Victor, but it laid a hurting on my hip today.
Oh, I say it did.
It's like walking in deep snow when I first got in there.
Oh, buddy. Well, how's little Junior doing?
Don't know.
You ain't seen none of him?
No, they got mad.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that
Well,
little boy. That's a good little boy there.
Even.
but yeah, he was doing fine on Thanksgiving. I forgot
Good,
about or the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
good. Did Danny and them ever come back in last night after I left? Danny Gray?
Yeah, I think Danny did.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah. I know we kept waiting on Josh to come in last night, and he never did.
Josh never did?
No,
That don't make sense.
no. I think he's got mad at me or something. I don't know.
You're kidding me.
Uh huh. He is here tonight, though, so I can talk about him tonight. You know, he can't say
What's
I
wrong?
talked to him
What is
back.
wrong with people?
I don't know.
That's I don't know.
I don't think he's mad. I'm just picking on him, Papa.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I
Anyway,
mean, Josh he's
I
a good
hope I
man,
ain't done nothing
though.
to make anybody mad.
Yeah, Josh is a good man.
Yeah, I think he is.
I mean, he'll come up there and sit, won't say nothing, but he's still a good man.
Yeah. He's pretty good to talk to. He's called me a few times, and we've sat and talked a while and stuff.
Well,
So I think he's a pretty good feller.
how's Red doing?
As far as I know, okay.
Good. I need to
Oh,
I'll give her a call this week.
all right. There's trouble in the house tonight, though.
Why? What's going on?
Hey, Jason in here
And where?
in the chat.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Now, Josh, what do you mean? You need to get up here and tell us what you thinking there now.
Hi,
Well, here comes
Jackie. Love
Steve.
you.
Hi guys.
Hey, Dave.
Dang on. I'm missing a whole lot of them.
Oh,
Hello, Sweet Pea.
How you doing, honey?
Jackie.
How you doing, Dad?
I'm doing peachy.
Ah,
Well, Josh, all I can tell you when it comes to YouTube, you better be ready for the drama and stuff because it's going to happen.
one way or the other, it will.
That's the reason, when I started, I mean, I knew what my goals was, but I knew in the back of my mind it would never get there.
Yeah.
Then it did. I mean,
Josh, don't leave. Hang tight.
Now, Josh, you hang in there, bud.
It's always in waves. It's up and down, up and down, up and down, just like a waves coming in out of
You tell him, Dev.
the beach.
The beach.
Yep.
There you go. It's a long beach.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just a process.
That's all it is.
We'll miss you. We like having you around.
Oh Lordy, y'all want me to let him up?
Let him up.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
I got it.
Shaky. I heard you were tossing candy at the old ladies. Kids.
Oh.
What now?
He was on he was in the parade.
Oh. I heard
Me and
something
my son
about,
were on the fire truck throwing candy at the kids.
I heard something about you thinking about kids or something. That's what I heard. And I'm like, no, what?
No, I'm not thinking about them, that's for sure.
No, he's tossing candy to the old ladies, and I said, no, I mean the kids.
No, you need a drill bit.
You're probably right there to start with. He's throwing them at old ladies.
Yes, it is, Jackie. And I met a lot of great people, and I'm still here.
Ain't gonna work, Paulette.
Yeah, Josh, you got to realize the good ones is here, and we're gonna always.
Pick it up the other end.
What about that?
And then you're gonna have them that's gonna come and go.
Yep.
Like
And
me,
I've
I come
let
and I
go.
go.
And I've let
You
go of
do.
a lot of stuff emotionally too I've gone through. So I feel
But-
good about sticking around. So
But Jakey's right. He comes and he goes, but he's like a nightmare. He keeps coming back.
hey, Michael.
But we're glad he does. I mean,
Which channel are we on tonight?
we on
We're
the
the Crazies, right?
family.
So in other words, I'm more like a wet dream, a bad wet dream.
I don't know about that now. I think it's more like the nightmare. But you know, Shaky, if I'm a picking on you, I like you.
That's
You
right.
notice I got to mute my button down here because I'm getting yelled at over here.
Oh boy.
Ah, Jackie, come up here so we can hear what you got to tell him.
That's right.
We might even help you out there a little bit, Jackie. What? No. What do you mean? She don't need no help?
Hell no, she don't need no help.
She can stand her on her own. You're like, yep. So what's been going on with you today, everybody? Besides the parade, for Shaky was a parade, and you?
I was working.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I was taking apart my closet, packing
More
some stuff
trouble.
away.
More
And-
trouble.
Hi, sexy.
No, you did it wrong.
Hey, honey. It's my little brother. Both of them. Bottom row.
It's your little brother in Shaky's wet dream.
Josh, you might as well hit that button and come on up here with us and have some fun and get the other junk out of your mind.
Right?
Oh boy, Jackie. Did you see her? Did you see what Jackie wrote?
Yeah.
Glenn, you wouldn't want to hear what did it say? You wouldn't want to hear what I was yelling at him for. I have my own back.
Well, we know that, but you know, we just figured we'd help you out and give Shaky a rougher time, you know.
Right?
I'm not saying I would take sides, but I mean, I won't leave him stranded by himself.
You know, there's a song written about you called "You Lie and Your Breath Stink."
Oh Lordy, here comes more trouble.
DJ.
Oh, what?
Hey guys.
There we
Hey.
go. It's a party now.
Hey Shaky. What's up, bro?
I think he's got that named wrong. I think Jason had it named right the other night.
Hey TJ,
Or not
Yeah.
Jason.
I'm not
Danny.
putting your name and address up, but this is yours. It's going to be put in the mail.
Okay, cool.
All right, fellas. Hide your women. The ladies' man is here.
That's what I think.
Yeah, but he's wearing a shirt.
the ladies' man.
Oh, that's right. But it doesn't say Papa Rock Jr. on his name thing. If he had that on there, then he would have the shirt off.
Yep.
Funny.
Yeah, I'm working on my Christmas cards.
Nice, Jeff.
Oh God, I ain't even want to think about that.
I have yours in my book. It's headed next. I have 30 cards to do, plus probably more
Hey,
on the way.
Papa.
Hey, JJ. Oh, Jason's here.
Oh, all kinds of trouble in here tonight.
Uh-huh.
And I keep telling Josh he needs to come on up here and have some fun, but you know,
Well, yeah, Josh should.
he should. He should get up here and start picking, cutting up, and forget about the rest.
I brought him in here.
You think my fingernail clippers will do it?
Oh no.
By gosh, I don't know.
I probably brought some.
Oh,
I told you I brought
Yeah,
him.
Hey, Glenn,
Yes, sir.
you find them?
Jackie says that she wants April to come on here and say the name of the cake she made today.
The tiramisu. I believe
She'll be back in here as soon as she gets off the phone with her little sister.
It's cold now.
cool.
I would try to say it, but I know I'd mess it up.
I have no clue what she's talking about. Be honest
What,
with you.
tiramisu?
No, chocolate Claire.
You leaving? Bye, Papa.
Where'd he go?
Papa.
He was waving goodbye, and then he
Yeah.
poofed.
The chocolate eclair, I believe.
I thought you
I
said
think
tiramisu earlier.
Well,
But you-
that
It was
That's-
something else too. They called it something else too, and I don't know.
Okay.
well, let me look at the title because I was watching that over.
Yeah, I've got it right here. It says no bake, easy chocolate eclair, aka tiramisu dessert.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
not the same thing.
I don't
Yes.
know. I just know what she's saying.
I'm just saying that's the title she has for her video.
Des,
Yes.
Jackie said that you're pronouncing it right, but with April's accent, the way she was saying it, it was a really cute way she was saying it.
Ah. So I need to watch it to hear how she said it. So no, I'll wait for her to come back and ask her. So what was that dessert you made today?
She might tell you you'll have to go watch it and listen.
All right, I'm going to do that right now. I got 2 monitors, so I can do that.
I was about to say it was on my list. I hadn't watched it yet. It's kind of been on the go today. But I might have to pull it up and get it to that part just to see how she says it.
Yep.
My country ass probably say it the same way. At least
I
the
don't-
country we would.
Dale's got a kick out of it.
I wonder if I can wash my hair with it.
Nah,
Oh, what she calls it is a resume.
Yep, it's a shampoo.
Yeah.
okay. I don't know the difference.
Yeah, it's a shampoo. Tresemme shampoo. Oh, I love her.
Yeah,
Yep, Jackie.
while she's in there, I'll admit up to it. She's all right to be around once in a while, you know.
Yeah.
A Tresemme. I would never say it like that.
Oh.
I'm washing my hair and conditioning it with Tresemme tiramisu dessert.
My boss pissed me off at work, so I'm going to update my Tresemme.
Bless you.
So you.
You're very welcome.
You know, it's Christmas time. And when I was young, we were real poor. So we put my grandfather next to the Christmas tree. And so when he sneezed, we'd have tinsel.
That's a good joke.
Jackie,
Oh,
that's what I got tonight. Backpackers Coffee Company.
Midnight Plus.
Jason, I swear to God, my poor ass eyesight, I thought that said Black Peckers.
Jackie sent you a message there, DJ.
I have got to get my glasses out the Jeep. I can't see nothing.
If I didn't have my contacts in right now, I'd be right there with you.
These glasses are crapola. Let me tell you. Part of it's for they're both for reading. But I can't see squat trying to read the computer. And to see you guys right now, you're blurry.
Here you go, Jake. I'll loan you mine.
Yeah, Jackie, it's a very bold flavor.
I'm gonna need it. These are crap.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Glenn. Let's see if they work.
All right.
Oh,
I don't.
bad.
I ain't gonna need them here in a little bit.
Like I do this because they're bifocals. They're both for reading. But when I use the bottom, I can read better than the top. But then if I'm back here, I can see you guys better with the bottom too. But this is also the same script as this, but I see clearer with the bottom. I don't know.
Yeah, I will tell.
You still hitting that fireball? I'm sorry, DJ. Yep, that's what I thought.
No, show him the side. Show the side of it. Shaky, did you see he bought a new bottle? Look at that. Show him the side. Show him the handle. He got the big bottle.
That's the half gallon from last night, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't know if you saw he got a half gallon. I thought you
I
might
can tell you something right now. Jackie was sitting beside him. That half gallon be gone already.
What happened? I got this and the old lady drunk it. So I went and got this and the old lady drunk it. So I went back and got this and said, I'm gonna have some.
But yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
I hear you. All righty, Jackie, I will.
So, question. Oh, sorry, DJ. Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say I will tell her I'm definitely due to get some new glasses. You know, for me at least, reading text on the computer, not like chat, that's big enough for me, but other text, I do need glasses for because it's small and hard to read. And I know I told you this before, but I broke mine this year. I mean, if you go back to at least April or May in my videos, you will see that I wore glasses that are kind of similar to what Seki had on. So, yeah, I definitely need to get some glasses, but we're gonna opt to get some sports goggles for me.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Michael.
Who the
Hey,
hell
DJ.
is that old looking man?
Is Bobby feeling any better than that?
Sorry, I got us muted. Sorry, DJ. My bad. I was on YouTube and StreamYard both wide open. I got it muted now. My bad.
Alright. Hey,
How's Bobby?
Well, that's what I come up here for. She's gonna kick my butt. I don't come up here and say thank everybody for the prayers. She's home now. When we went to the oral surgeon, it was like an emergency appointment. We thought they was going to do like pull a tooth and train. They said they was going to find where the mass was kind of concentrated at, pull a tooth and suck some of the infection out from there to try to back it up. When we got there, they took out almost all of her teeth, all of her top ones and a whole bunch of her bottom ones.
Oh my gosh.
They stitched some of it up, sucked the infection out, left some open for drainage, left her on 2 antibiotics, and sent her home. So some of it is starting to come down, but really slow. I think the scariest part for everybody is the antibiotics didn't work in the first place, and they had to go through such rigmarole to stop it. I think they just want to go ahead and eliminate everything just in case, I think they're just going to take everything out.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to see at maybe some veneers or something. When you own your own business, you don't really get to choose that much. I think right now we're looking around $35,000, and we're not even got started yet. So we own our own business and pay for our own insurance. So it's going to be rough, but she's fighting, dude. And like I said, she's not black anymore. Some of the swelling's gone down.
Oh, that's good.
But when you lose all your teeth all at one time and didn't even know it was going to happen, she's not
Happy person right now.
Yeah, she ain't a good place. But I'm going and doing all the work. I'm getting ready to go tonight or in the morning to do another client. I'm handling the business and homeschooling and stuff and trying to take care of her. So, but she is some better for sure. She's got better. It's just slow.
Hey, Michael.
well, I'm going to mess with Tom.
Okay. Bye, DJ. Say
Bye.
hi to them for me.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
will.
Hey, Mike.
What's up, Jackie?
Jackie had to have all hers pulled, and Michelle, Real Life with Michelle and Rob, check her videos out because she does a lot of stuff on denture work.
Yeah.
And the
So
company she goes to, she got a whole set for like $1,050, I think she said. So definitely talk to Life with Michelle and
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah, she's got a company she's hooked up with that they do it. They send you the stuff and you make your own imprints and everything and send it back. You don't and everything. You don't have to go to them.
Cool. Yeah, I remember they changed over and started doing a whole bunch of that because Michelle had to have a.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing right there. And then they'll send them back and she can try them on and see where it fits and not. And if it needs adjusting, then they send it back and they'll fix it. And then they'll have her imprints. They'll have her imprints on file. So if God forbid they should break or something, you can get a new set for cheaper. But the imprint's already been done. It's on file. So
I had to go to the doctor yesterday for a sinus infection. He gave me a shot in the arm and put me on this 875 milligram antibiotic.
oh wow.
Take it twice a day.
Yeah, I'm on my Keflex, and I have to have it on hand at all times because of my legs.
Yeah. Hopefully, when we get to that step, it'll be all right. But right now, they're not even looking at it because she's still got a bunch of pockets. of
Oh yeah,
infection
that's swollen.
that's still draining and stuff. So I think they're just not even looking at it until all the infection's gone.
Yeah.
They-
I wouldn't get in no hurry for it because you need to get the infection out. You need
Yeah.
to give the gums time to heal and shrink and everything.
Yeah.
If you don't, you go get a new set, and when your gum shrinks down in 6 months to a year, they're falling out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
they're talking about if it doesn't work, or like somebody else that had the same thing go on, and they had to keep doing a cut and drain, and they had to do it like 90 sometimes because the antibiotic didn't work.
Ooh,
So right now, just those 3 visits from the emergency room, the doctor, and then the 2 dentists is what we're looking at so far, and we ain't even talked about teeth or anything else. So I don't know if it works slowly but still works. She won't have to have any more procedures done, and then we can go to the next step. But like
Hey,
I said,
thanks,
I think
Acres.
everybody's kind of
howdy,
worried
old thing takers.
if it happens again.
Yeah. Well, my fingers are crossed. It all works well, and that she won't have to go back for more surgery and drainage.
No doubt.
Right. And Josh, if you're still in here, I'm still waiting on that phone call, buddy. I could nip some of that drama right in the butt because I probably know a lot of stuff you know. Give me a call, man. I almost did the same thing. I about wiped my stuff out too, but I'm
Yeah,
still waiting on
don't
that
quit.
call.
I'm
And I didn't come
I'm
up here to just turn chat or bring the mood down, but I wanted to come
no
up here.
no.
No,
You know
bring
what?
it down. Hey, you're family. You're part of the
Yeah.
family.
We
Yeah, we
need to
love
be
y'all. We
thankful that
appreciate
she
you.
came home, because
Yeah.
I've seen people not come home from something like that. At
Yep.
least they got it to where that infection's coming out. That infection will kill you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the main thing. And now that she's getting it out of her system, she will get a whole lot better as time goes on, and that's the important thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was just how slow, and they were talking about getting septic from it getting in her bloodstream because the antibiotics wouldn't work, and I think that's what everybody was so happy about is that kind of subsided. But like I said, I think they're more worried about it if it happens again next time, and they're just trying to eliminate that. in the
Yeah,
first place.
when I had the lymphedema cellulitis that put me in the hospital for 11 days, the infection was so bad that the antibiotics they were using was not working. So they had to change my IV every 4 hours and put the most heaviest dosage they could put in me on the strongest antibiotic to fight the infection because my legs were getting redder and redder to the point where they were so hot they looked like a 3rd-degree burn, and I was in a vat of oil. I mean, it was so hot the ice pack would melt as soon as it touched my legs. So, yeah, for sure. Make sure she has her antibiotics, and if that doesn't work, ask them if there's a stronger dosage that she could take orally at home.
Right. Well, there's 2 they hadn't give her. She's on the strongest that she can be on. There's 2 that they kind of saved, but she's still on both of them at the same time.
Okay.
And now the antibiotics that she's on is starting to cause sores because she's on them so long and stuff, you know. So I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see. Josh, you're fine, dude. If anybody brought down chat, it was me. But I just want to tell everybody thank you. Jackie, Shaky, Dez, Jason, Glenn and April. Red's not here. Papa already left. Urban Bucket, everybody in here, man. We love y'all. We appreciate the prayers, all the concerns. We really do. Y'all like family since anyway. So
Yeah.
Yep.
we really do appreciate it.
Michael, before you go, I'm gonna say another prayer for her.
Absolutely.
All right, Heavenly Father, we come to you. We thank you for getting her through what she's been going through already. We are grateful that the infection's coming out, but Father, she's still fighting the fight. So we ask that you shine your grace and glory on her and continue to give her that strength and give Michael the strength to stand by his beautiful wife. And Father, all we can do is come to you and pray, but we know you have the power to make it work out for all. Through your beautiful Son, Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Love you for it. Jackie and
Not a
Shaky.
problem, brother. Not a
man.
problem.
I'm gonna hang back and let you have some fun now. Josh, give me a call, man. I almost did the same thing. And you're all right. You're good, man. Jason, appreciate it, man. All y'all, I'm gonna hop off here. Go give Bobby some more antibiotic. I made her some soup, vegetable soup today, but I got to kind of blend it up. So.
Is she able to deal with the hot from the soup or even cold? Is there certain temperatures that she can't deal with?
not so much temperature right now. It's the consistency. She's trying to get past using the straw and actually have some consistency because it's starting to create bathroom problems.
Mm.
But yeah, not so much the temperature as of yet.
Well, good, because that was one thing. My first thoughts were she's sensitive to hot or cold. It sucks to be in a situation where you can only have certain things. It even sucks worse if you can't do it at certain temperatures that you might enjoy it at. Right. So it's good at least that right now, from what we know, the heat or cold's not bugging her the same way it could.
Yeah, it's not. And I thought the same thing because some of them was sewed up, but they left some open to drain. And I figured because they was open, she's got a really bad chance for dry socket and the temperature thing too, but it don't seem to be the temperature thing so much.
I was having problems with my teeth not too long back. And every time I went to go take a sip of coffee, it killed me. I could not do anything hot. The cold wasn't bugging me. Normally it's opposite. Normally hot stuff I'm okay with. Cold stuff is what would get me. I could not drink coffee. I mean, the people around me, they were going crazy because of it.
Yeah, I did a lot of applesauce and scrambled eggs when I had 3 teeth pulled. So that was my go-tos.
I want some eggs.
Oh, I had 20 pulled and left and went straight to the McDonald's or Burger King or something. Anyway, I got a cheeseburger, fries, and a milkshake.
You were still high on the painkillers, weren't you?
Pretty much. Well, I was still numb.
Yeah.
They had to numb me 3 times to get them 20-some teeth pulled out.
Jackie's
it was-
posting some messages there, Michael.
I felt numb plumb up to here above my eyes.
Yeah, I'm reading them, Jackie. I'm not in YouTube. I'm on StreamYard. But I see you, lady. I see you. I just wanted to make sure I got it like considered where she could get it through a straw. She won't use it. And she don't smoke anyway, so
That's a
I'm not
good
worried
thing.
about that.
I smoked during mine, but I fared out of it fine. So
Yeah, we don't smoke. We don't smoke cigarettes anymore.
I wish I was not a smoker. Let me tell you.
You see, he specified cigarettes, right?
With a wink. I saw that wink.
Natural medication's the best. Look, we love y'all. I'm gonna go cook for Bobby. She was gonna kick my butt. I was gonna say thanks anyway.
Absolutely.
You're very
You won't be
welcome.
you ain't gonna be the only man getting his ass kicked tonight. I can promise you that.
Yeah,
Jackie's giving me the eyeball.
You
Next
tell
time y'all
her
want to
that
out, come hang
if
out.
she don't let you keep us informed, I'm sending the old lady over there after her.
Well, hey, now y'all at least talking on message, so you got the number straight now.
Yeah.
Look,
You can't say
Look,
you ain't got the
you
number.
better watch out. Because if April has to go over there, she's going to go over there with some Tresemme.
Oh, yeah. If it looks as good as it does on that video, well, bring it on.
It's pretty dang good.
Yeah,
It
but
looks good.
But Tresemme,
Tresemme, is she a poo?
Yeah, I know. I got that.
Okay.
I knew what she meant, though. It was pretty funny, but it still looked good.
No, it looked great.
I would have called it whatever as long as I got it.
right? I would call it, put it all over my damn face, and I want to eat it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
All right.
I'll come and hang out with you again when it's, we're just having fun. Anyway,
See you,
Yeah.
Michael. Have a good one, man.
Take care. Look at Shaky playing with the pup. Is Shaky the pup
I'm
trying to
not
get your
playing with the
attention?
pup. Jackie's sicking her dog on me. That's her canine.
Josh, are you still in here?
I got to see if I can find this picture I saw earlier because it was hilarious.
No, he's still around.
Well, I was going to tell him, but, Michael was busy talking there about all this other. But you don't have to apologize to me, buddy, because he ain't done nothing to me to apologize to. We all just worry about you, whether you realize it or not. You done become part of the family.
That's right.
So, when you got a problem, if you need to talk, I'm here. I'll lend you a ear. I mean,
Yep, he's here. Right there.
yep. I'm right here. All
I'm,
you
like,
gotta do-
I'm trying to find the right area. There we go.
And you got my phone number, so if you don't call me, it's your own fault.
So I saw this earlier on Instagram, and it made me smile because he captioned this. Get it where the light's not. A cluster pup.
That looks like Shaky's house with all the pups. All the puppies. Speaking of puppies, how's the puppy feeling? One of your pups wasn't feeling good. Yours.
I think she's feeling better. I took her outside for a little while today, and she run around. She seemed like she felt better when she come in. Mommy's babying her, so she's gonna suck it up just like a little kid would. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully she'll be better soon.
So
I hope so.
oh, sorry.
You what?
I'm sorry. What?
Hey, Jackie. She's here. You can ask her now.
Hey, April. What's the name of the thing you made today that you posted in the video today?
It's they call it chocolate eclair dessert.
But it's also
Go ahead.
Chocolate eclair, but they say it's an easy version of the Tremazoo.
How did you say it on the video?
Tresemme.
That's it. And April.
Tiramisu. That's it.
Yep. And I hate to tell you, but you just said that it's an easy version of hair shampoo.
She was thinking of me because she knew I was going to take that and put it all over my damn face.
The only place you got hair, isn't it?
You might want to go back in and edit the title and go back in and say the tiramisu, but not shampoo.
I think that's what I put in it, wasn't it?
You said tiramisu, but you might want to put in, because in the voice you put in Tresemme. You said Tresemme.
Yeah,
No,
the second time I said Tresemme or tiramisu or whatever it is.
No, Glenn needs to go back and edit in right when you say it. Edit in like a hair model with wet hair or something like that. That would be freaking hilarious.
Yeah, let him wet his hair and go.
Hey, if I'd done that, I'd hit the floor with my neck anymore. Oh.
We'll let him do, who was that?
Sorry, Jackie. I'll shut up now.
The Demi Moore thing where she was dancing in the chair. I think it's Demi Moore.
Yeah, you missed it.
It's
man.
Talking about
Striptease.
Splash Dance?
No, some of the movie called
Yeah,
Striptease. Striptease. Oh, Splash Dance or
The Splash Dance when the girls, I can't think of the girl's name, but she's in that chair and the water comes down all over.
Yep.
Thinking that was the same girl that was in. No, that's another. That was Dirty Dancing. I can't think of that girl's name.
I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
Go ahead, Google King, get it.
Oh, we got two of them now, huh?
Yep.
The Queen and the
Jennifer
King.
Beals. Jennifer Beals.
No, that was from 2000. There was another one from 1987, I think is what they're referring to.
1983, Flashdance, Jennifer Beals.
Yep, that's it.
Splash Dance or Splash Dance?
Flash.
Oh, I thought y'all said Splash.
Splash,
Oh.
splash, splash dance.
Splash Dance is better.
Splash dance. I don't know what I said, but it's Splash Dance. I probably said Splash Dance.
When you said the girl sitting in the chair with the hair, the water coming down, the hair backwards, Flashdance. She had a body double for all her dancing.
Lasso.
I remember there was this big thing up. They did a big story about that.
You're seeing the comment Jackie made to me. She cussed me.
She cussed you.
Yeah.
Why?
The sad part is the singer that sang "What a Feeling" passed away. I mean, Kara. I loved her in Fame.
Papa was in for a little while.
Yeah, I seen Papa. I told him I loved him.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yep. Josh is in here too. I don't even
Yeah.
know who else in here hanging out with us.
You know what? I'm gonna go, and I hope you guys have a good night. I'm stepping on too many toes tonight, so you guys take good care, okay?
Why are
Love
you
you all.
stepping on toes?
Any toes?
You're not stepping on toes.
What did I walk into?
Well, I don't know. I know Josh had made the remarks that he's thinking about leaving YouTube, and I tried to get him to come up, and he said he was good. But I don't know what Des is talking about.
I don't know. I know she
If
said
any
her
of y'all
title's
know, let
fine
me know.
because I know I put tiramisu in my title, but I can't never remember that Deborah name.
Yeah, they said the title was fine.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually got a question.
You see it from the jug. Sorry, go ahead.
I've actually got a question for Jackie, based off of something she asked me earlier. If the coffee that I had, if it was a bold flavor. So, Jackie, what type of roast or coffee do you like? Do you like bold flavors or something more like a medium roast?
Jackie likes Colombian.
So, like a medium roast, yeah.
Is
I
she
guess. I don't know. What do you like, Jackson?
I mainly like the Colombian. I like the dark roast.
She likes a dark roast.
She likes that coffee that can get up and walk by itself, huh?
She wants beans picked by Juan Valdez.
And his faithful goat.
And his faithful goats. I think that's a donkey, ain't it?
Yeah, that was from it was from a TV show where they were like Juan Valdez and his faithful goat.
Oh, okay.
I think it was actually Beavis and Butthead. I think it was from Beavis and Butthead that they said that.
Juan Valdez and Donkey.
Donkey.
Stick your face up there and let them see what you did.
Huh.
Please spare us.
Well,
Really?
he braided his beard.
He's got it
I had it twisted.
worse
I
than
do that with
twisted.
mine all the time.
It looked like he was rolling. He wasn't braiding. He's got it twisted and tucked.
I need one of them things to put on like you got to put a
Straight
ball on
out.
your head.
I'm gonna grow mine out and get dreads.
I tried to get her to break
Yeah,
mine.
man, you look good with the dress bun, and you can put the money in your mouth.
I would be a pirate. I would be Pirate Dreadbeard. Pirate Dreadbeard. That would be my pirate name.
Redbeard.
Dreadbeard. Because I have dreads.
Dreadbeard. I see, senor.
Said the blind woman.
Exactly.
That. Oh, it fell out again.
Hello, our All Things Acres.
It'll come out again.
I'm gonna get my clippers out tomorrow. I fixed it. But Jackie, talking about my country accent, you see my sweatshirt? It says
Country till I die.
Yep, got a pair of boots and a lasso. Oh me. Jackie, what'd y'all do today?
What did I do today?
Well, y'all. Yeah.
Well, we all just sat around, and then around 3 o'clock, Tommy and I went down to the firehouse, got on a fire truck, and went down and was in the Christmas parade throwing candy at people.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun.
Yep.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah,
We had
then
one in Nashville.
And then he
Jackie
got
stayed home with one of the dogs because the dog was sick, so she stayed home with Pudge, Miss Honey. So then Tommy and I went from the firehouse down to the store, went grocery shopping, and come home. And then you were coming live, so here I am, and there she is.
And
here
what'd you get in trouble for?
What did I get in trouble for? Because I said something about a wet dream.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then.
Evidently, I'm more of a nightmare than a wet dream, so we'll leave it at that.
Well, that
That's
happens.
what I told him. It's like a nightmare. It just keeps coming back.
Well, Shaky, I happen to like it, so we'll just ignore him.
You happen to like the wet dream? Is that what I just heard?
No,
Okay. Just
That's
I
what-
wanted clarification.
That's what she said.
That is what she said.
I'm gonna go back in yonder and get on the phone.
Who you gonna call?
I don't know. Ghostbusters, I guess. Wet dream police.
Wait a minute, that's a thing.
Probably.
What ain't anymore?
We can make it be.
I got to board up my windows.
Lock all the doors. Load all the guns.
That sounds like boogeyman.
There's a few of them in the world, or some that tries to be anyway.
Well, it just sounds like something that you would tell your kids to keep them in line. You behave or the wet dream police are going to come after you.
Exactly.
If that was a real thing, I'd already be gone.
See what
I
you
would have
guys
never made it to the adult life.
said earlier.
It's all right. It's all in fun. It's a part of life.
Mm-hmm.
So did y'all get the pigs taken care of, get all their feed and everything this morning?
Oh my gosh, you should see.
My legs are killing me. I had to get in the trailer 4 times and pack this stuff in there to get it all in there.
He said
And
there's
then I wound up putting probably 4, maybe 500 pounds on the back of the truck.
he said there was like 300 pounds of desserts.
Oh no, they's more than that. They's probably 300 to 400 or maybe over that in the back of the truck.
Your legs are killing you? Oh, brother, let me tell you, your head is killing us.
Well, I can't help your problem. I got my own. Well, no, I tell you what, I can help your problem out if you're close by.
You see his toy?
Hey, every drink you take, the prettier you get.
Well, I might ought to take another drink again.
Now, did the rain hold off while y'all were working on it, or did you have to deal with it in the rain? Was it a hard rain?
Pixie.
It wasn't real hard, but it was steady there for a little while.
Yeah, we had rain, but it was very, very light. It was enough to make me decide to hold off doing my videos today. And it looks like tomorrow is supposed to be no rain here. So that's my plans for tomorrow morning, to get out and at least get that one for the next big giveaway, get that filmed so it can be ready to drop on the 12th.
Well, now that stuff, when I first got in there packing it down, was like walking in a deep snow. I was sinking plumb up past my knees in it, trying to get it packed down. And that's why it hurt my legs so bad.
Damn it, man.
You'd think, Wimpy, if you was in there.
I don't think I could have done it.
I know you
I know
couldn't.
how that stuff is. Here, pour me a shot.
So y'all, she's back at it again.
I don't know if he
She's
gets
gonna
to
drink
looking.
it all again.
Hey,
Looking
do y'all
better.
ever put that in the freezer?
That's where I
We
keep
keep ours
mine.
in the freezer. Yeah. Yeah, we keep it in the freezer, man. I love that stuff ice cold.
I poured some of it over ice last night, and
I'll tell you what, I wish I was right there between y'all right now.
Hey, Woodshire.
Oh my
Get
God!
grab Jackie and come on down.
No,
We got
Jackie ain't coming. Jackie's want to drink it all. I just have a couple sips.
Well, bring her on. We'll go get another bottle.
And Lord God, if Tommy came with us, it would be all on then, because that's it. That them two were crazy on that stuff.
This stuff is good.
When I first started drinking that kind of stuff, that wasn't out yet. It was something called, it was a cinnamon schnapps.
Yep.
And then it was Hot Damn. Then it was Goldschlager. Then it was Aftershock. And then along came that. I tell you, I've already been through it all.
I've heard of the cinnamon
Slop.
whatever it was.
Slap.
Goldschlager or cinnamon schnapps?
Cinnamon snobs.
Yep, I heard of that one, but the other ones I didn't hear of.
Boy, that Goldschlager at our senior party, you talking about white girl wasted? There was a lot of that going on at our senior party, and it was all because of Goldschlager.
Goldschlager was a cinnamon schnapps just like that, but it had flakes of gold, real gold in it. I mean, you drank it.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember hearing about
You
that.
shook it up. It looked like a damn one of them little balls of snow. What the hell them thing?
Snow globe.
Yeah, snow globe. That's what it would remind you of. If you shook it up, it looked little pieces of gold all floating around in it.
Well, I guess that's one way to make your shit worth something. Ain't it?
Repeat one. I know. I'm thinking about going back. They had them on sale for $20.
25.
Oh, 25. Sorry.
What, the half gallon?
Yeah.
Yep. They
Man,
did.
they would come home with them. They come home with buckets full of little miniatures in it. They come home with all kinds of stuff and put in the freezer. I go to get something at the freezer, couldn't find it. It'd be damn Fireball everywhere. Where the hell's my food at? Oh, it's out in the outside freezer. Well, put that out in the south. No, it was too far to walk. You have to walk out there and get your food. We're putting this in the freezer in the house.
They come after a couple of shots, I won't mind walking.
I know it warms the belly.
It warms the blood all over.
Put a little bit of that in your chicken's water. I guarantee you, they'd be spitting out eggs all year long.
They ain't getting none of that.
That'd be some happy chickens, won't they?
No doubt. Hey,
People laugh. That's why I put cayenne pepper in my chicken water when I lost all my chickens due to predators. But when I had chickens, I used to put cayenne pepper in the water, and they would lay all year round, no problem.
Yep.
Well, tell them what you used to do to cows. Remember poor Chickadee coming up there that day and her eyes all bloodshot and she was all happy.
Yeah, I was hooked up with a guy that went to the distillery and picked up all the leftovers.
Cows love it.
And I mean, I dumped 110 gallons into the cows, and 30 minutes later, it was gone.
We was sitting there, I was petting Chickadee one day, and her eyes was all bloodshot, and she's just like...
I know cow farmers that use that. The old barley and the wheats and all that, the old grains that they use to make the liquor. Once they're done with them, yep, they buy or they get it by the barrel or whatever, just dispose of it for them free. And
this wasn't
the cows.
This wasn't the leftover grain. It was the leftover liquid.
Oh.
Yeah, it had done been turned into she belched and I was like, whoo.
Man, you drink the milk right out the cow, you get a mudslide right out the cow.
No doubt.
Hey, we're gonna milk the cow and get a White Russian right now.
That's it. That was the best thing about it.
That's the reason them cows was so darn happy and so good when we was doing that, huh?
Probably.
I don't know. If you want a White Russian, you might need to milk a bull.
Nah, that's not my category there.
You were the one talking about milking bulls like a few weeks ago.
That was her. Her and Michelle. Go look at Michelle's video. She even talked about this coming down to milk the bull.
All I know is y'all talked about that, and I said, when y'all decide to milk a bull, let me know, because I definitely won't be there.
I ain't milking no bull. I'm a country boy. I know the difference.
Jason, do you just review coffees, or do you have your own coffee line?
I don't have my own coffee line. I've been asked if I'm going to do one, and right now that's not a thing for me. I might do like a collaboration with a roaster to get like maybe the all-terrain name put on a bag. But right now I just review coffees and mainly about like coffee gear and how to brew it when you're traveling and stuff like that.
Okay.
I come
He
back
answered your
in.
question. Jackie wanted to know, and Jackie got answered.
Michael, she told me she's a country girl when I met her and everything, and then I don't know.
Hey, his friends is the one said they passed and seen him down here milking the bull. I had nothing to do with it.
Them friends don't know their butt from a hole in the ground. They don't know if they coming and going or done went.
Y'all must make me spit coffee up, Glenn.
Oh, this is Terry.
Oh. All righty.
Hey, girl. I'm okay. How are you?
Yep, empty cup.
Get gone.
Sorry.
That's like that's as bad as having an empty bottle.
Oh, the bottle ain't empty yet.
Yeah, but I said that's just as bad, ain't it?
Yeah, well, it might be an empty cup, but if I wanted more, I could have some more very quickly.
Oh.
I won't be running out of coffee supplies anytime soon. That's like the difference between me and like any other prepper in the world, right? Everybody else is worried about, the food and da 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 da. And I'm like, do I have enough coffee? I mean, I can get some critters and crap out, the woods. I can't just go grab coffee anywhere.
All right, I got to ask you, bro. I got to ask you. We were talking about it at work because we drink coffee at work. Have you ever drank the coffee that the cats eat and poop?
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes. Because until I made my new logo, whenever I would do this, the critter that was up here before, that was that cat. It's called Asian palm civet. I'd never planned on drinking that coffee for several reasons. Number one, I don't really fancy the idea of drinking something that was pulled out of poop. Number two, they want way too much money for it. And number three, I have not heard of one, I guess, of the people that more or less are farming these things, right? The way they got them set up, to me, I see them just as bad as like puppy mills because they do not take care of the animals. They're all in like these little cages. And I mean, and basically they're just force feeding them coffee cherries constantly. They don't get to go out and, be wild and free, and they don't have like an area they can go play in. They're literally kept in cages.
Oh, that's what I thought they were. I thought they were wild cats, and they followed them around and picked up the poo and took the coffee out of them. I didn't know they were kept in cages.
No, they're
battery cages like chickens.
They're capturing these cats out in the wild and caging them. So they're not going out in the wild and picking up the poop. They're going out in the wild and taking the whole damn cat. And they're caging the cat in order to get enough beans to, I guess, make it a sustainable business model. Yeah, and the thing is, I wouldn't have a problem if, the cats were being taken care of, right? There's a way that you can farm just like with, people have chickens, and, you take care of your chickens. Your chicken's a part of your family, right? You care about your chickens. These people do not care about these cats. All they care about these cats is eat coffee cherries and poop. because we're going to make a crap ton of money off of dumbass Americans who will pay like $100 for a bag. So that's my biggest problem with it more than anything is just how the, they're being taken care of. And I know I try not to get in my head about things because sure, when you go to a lot of these, grocery stores and whatnot, that, not all the places that are, producing the meats and whatnot, they're not all necessarily taking care of them. But we know for a fact from everything I've seen and all my research I've done, not one single civet farm is actually properly taking care of those cats. There's some of them where they're literally stacked in cages on top of each other. They're not even like given area to really move around. I think the biggest cage that I saw when I was kind of doing research on it was maybe a little bit bigger than like a large dog kennel that you would see at a boarding house. The difference is these cats aren't just being boarded for a short time. This is now their life. That's what those cats will do until they die.
That's sad. That's
It
sad.
is.
That's like chickens. I'm not a fan of putting chickens on like chickens in battery cages and stuff like that. I'm not into that either. I mean, I like seeing them free range, and
That's inhumane.
they come in, lay their eggs, and they go back out into a big yard, and we can walk around. But I hate seeing them when they're like in those battery cages and stuff, and that's the only life they have. That sucks.
If I ever get to a point where I've got chickens or any type of animal, especially for food reasons, they will be well taken care of. They will be, free range, be able to roam around. They will be spoiled. So, yeah. I'm a huge animal lover. I absolutely love animals to death. There's this one place. Oh God, where's it at? It's near Burlington, North Carolina, and it's called the Conservator Center. And it's where they have gone and rescued large cats, like tigers, lions. They even have some wolves and coyotes, a certain type of coyote. But where they've been rescued from other establishments, from different places, and they're giving them a really good place to live and treating them well. And I still get emails. We've been out there before, and it was just a really awesome experience. And some of the lions they have out there, man, they're beautiful and they're huge.
When I was 10 years old, my mom was married to an Iranian guy. And I lived on a farm. There was a big fight with my grandfather and my mom, and come find out the Indian guy was getting me a tiger for my 10th birthday. My old man, or a lion. My old man said, "No, he ain't getting a lion for his birthday."
That's funny.
Yeah, I came real close to having a pet lion for my 10th birthday. I'm kind of glad I didn't, but
Can she shake you? Little shaky right on the back of a lion. Woo!
inside the lion getting eaten. That lion said, "Look at that pudgy little kid. That's dinner."
Hey, you wouldn't have to worry about anybody screwing with you, that's for sure.
Uh-huh.
That's you ever seen that movie Secondhand Lions?
Yeah, great movie. Great
That
movie.
is an awesome movie.
Great
I thought about it. I thought about it recently, and I was like, I got to go look that up and watch it again.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of that boy. He was in Forrest Gump. Played little Forrest Gump.
Yeah, he was also the kid from Sixth Sense, right? Haley Joel.
Yeah, Haley Joel Osment, and then you had Robert Duvall, and God, that other guy's a great actor, man. I mean, a great actor. I'm trying to think of his name. Been around forever. Oh,
I'm blanking on it too. That is if y'all haven't seen that, go check that movie out. It's a great movie. It came
Love
out in
that
like
movie.
the
It's
90s,
free.
I
It's
think.
free on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube free with the commercials.
There you go. I've always enjoyed movies like that.
They like the escape room things. I mean, that one movie that Tommy and I watched. That was
Really?
So, Shaky, how was the weather for the parade today?
Nice and warm. The rain had stopped. It got really nice out. It was like 60 degrees. It wasn't real cold. It was, I mean, it was just comfortable. I mean, great
That's
hoodie
awesome.
weather. And Michael Caine's that other actor's name. Michael Caine.
Yep.
Michael Caine and Robert, them two old guys sat, and they were brothers. And I mean, them two were just crazy as hell. Oh, that was a fun movie.
I really like Michael Caine. He's got some really good movies out there.
Yeah, he's just a great actor. But no, it was great weather. I was really happy. I mean, it was crappy this morning. It was raining, and then all of a sudden the rain dropped off, and it got nice outside. I was like, yeah, I can deal with this.
That's awesome.
Glenn, you being mighty quiet, man.
I'm just listening. I was sitting here thinking about going down there to get that feed this morning, and the signs over there in Boonville saying, road closed, parade. I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah, Danny was in a parade today too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Danny was supposed to went to 2 today.
2?
Mm-hmm.
I know there's doing 2 of them.
Yep. Yeah, one of them was over at Stoneville, and I forget where the other one was at.
I started looking today to try to find my replacement camping spot since the other one's going to be shut down when I'm going in January.
Did you ever find you anything?
I've got one possibility. There's a place called Cliffs of the New State Park. I think it said it was like south of I think it says south of Greensboro. But it's about an hour and a half from me. So that's one place. Because my big problem right now, and next week I'm gonna see if I can contact the company I'm getting my new top quilt sleeping bag from, because I don't know if it's going to be here in time. If it's going to be here in time, it kind of opens up the window a little bit, because I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be cold when I'm going. So I'm trying to find places right now where there could be like a cabin or some type of possible heated shelter. And my plan is not to hang in there during the day. It's just a place to keep me warm at night if I don't have that, that warmer quilt with me. So we'll see what happens.
Jackie said, where are you camping at?
So that's a possible. I'm actually looking at there's a website, and they also have an app for your phone called HipCamp. And I'm looking at that right now to see if I can find some other places that would be cool to go check out. I don't want to reserve anything yet. Everything, because I'm going in the middle of the week, because I've got that whole week off. Nothing's booked out right now. Everything's wide open, especially with it being cold, it being right after everybody's coming back from vacation, because that's the first week in January. Most people are taking their days off, those last couple of weeks in December. And then January hits, they get new vacation time. Nobody wants to use it yet. They want to save it for, the spring holidays and stuff like that. So that's the one advantage I have with how this thing is working out. Long story short, because my company is going to a new vacation plan model, and they want to make sure that everybody kind of gets some extra time off. So there's 3 weeks they picked, and they're calling them recharge weeks, where most all non-production employees are just going to be off that entire week. They want you to be totally disconnected. And some groups like mine have to have one person to kind of keep an eye on things. So I picked the week after Christmas because that's the next recharge week. I said, I'll take that one. But whoever works it, they still want you to have a week off. So you get to pick another week to have off. And I'm like, well, when all you fools have to come back and everybody's at work, that's what I'm taking off when everybody wants to get stuff fixed. Start throwing in requests left and right. So I decided to take that first week in January off. And last year I went camping in January just in a weekend and really enjoyed it. It was cold, but I just had a lot of fun doing it. That was the weekend I actually recorded my first videos for the All Terrain Coffee and Camping channel. And last year I got a cabin so I could make sure I wouldn't freeze to death at night. My muscles can't take the cold at night too much. If I can't be warm, everything will cramp up. Everything from my legs to the sides and stuff like that, it'll just cramp up too bad. Or at least if I'm going, I need to have a tent site that my car is going to be close to. So if I do wake up in the middle of the night and I can't get warm, I can at least hop in my car to kind of warm up and work out any cramps or any problems I'm having. As much as I'd love to go backpacking, I can't do that when it's too cold.
Get you a bed warmer, electric bed warmer.
Well, if that'll work if it's a site with electric, or if I take something like a battery pack.
Are you planning on having a campfire?
Oh yeah.
Okay, take a couple bricks with you. You wrap the brick up after you put it in the fire, wrap it up in a towel, and then put it in your sleeping bag with you, and it's just like a heating pad. That thing will keep you nice and toasty.
And see, that's the problem right now. I don't even have a sleeping bag because the one I had wasn't working for me, so I returned it, and I got a custom
blanket you got.
So, and that's why, and that's why the plan is to go somewhere where it's going to be car camping, right? Where I can just pull up to the site and dump the stuff out, or it's going to be in a cabin. That way I can take whatever blankets I want. I've got some fleece blankets. I might even look at maybe grabbing me a wool blanket or something like that to take. I don't have any wool blankets, but that would be a lot easier to pick one up.
I've thought about trying to do something like that over on the back side with a tent.
You have to come up to the state park up here where I live at. They got little cabins they rent out. I mean, little tiny cabins, and they got little wood stoves in them or little fireplaces in them, and the pile of wood outside and everything. They may even have electric in them for all I know. I mean, I think they do.
The place that I'm looking at, the place I'm looking at, the cliffs of the new state park in North Carolina, they've got 3 little cabins, and I don't think they've got fireplaces in them. They don't have stoves, but they do have a heat and air unit. Well, I need to verify it does heat. I know the ones in Raven Rock, it's close to me, they've got a heat unit in it. But yeah, it's more or less just like that, Shaky. Which state park is that? Do you know offhand?
Capon State Park, CACAPON State Park in Morgan County, West Virginia.
It's actually in Berkeley Springs.
No, it's not in Berkeley Springs.
I've already got the website up.
Yeah, look, he's already got it. That's Google King. He's got it.
I want to say it's in
And cabins. Oh yeah, there's some cool cabins. So it looks like they've got 3 different classes of cabins. They've got the economy cabin. Excuse me. The legacy cabins and classic cabins.
Jackie, Terry called her, and she's in there talking to her on the phone.
What happened, honey?
What do you mean?
Are you still live?
Yep.
Okay, well, it just got quiet. I was just checking.
I had to change batteries.
Okay, I'll be back in there in just a second.
Alrighty. And
It got quiet. She thought they shut it down.
mm-hmm.
Right. That's what happens when I get distracted.
And y'all tried to stay quiet while she's talking, so I'd be in trouble. Hmm. Oh Lordy.
What do you want?
So, Glenn, what else did y'all get into today after you got the feed taken care of?
That pretty much was it. I was done for.
Was it an all-day event then? Or
Well,
just enough that you were like, I'm not doing anything else?
that's pretty much it, because you got to push all them racks up there and then unload them and stack the empty racks back up, and then you got to slide them to the back side of the warehouse. So, I mean, you get a good workout. And
Gotcha.
then there was another guy down there getting some. And when he got his vehicle loaded, he walked over and wanted to know if we needed some help. And he got to helping us, and that's when I went out there and got in the trailer and started walking it down, and him and my friend was throwing it in. And that just wore me out trying to walk around in there sinking up. Like I said, I was sinking plumb down below my knees into that stuff, trying to get it packed down in there. And it just wore me out. My legs has got bad in the last few years. I guess that 30 plus years of trucking and not wanting to take breaks and everything, I'm paying for it now, you know.
So how many pigs y'all got?
I think I got about 12 left.
And how long will that feed last them that you got today?
Well, it's really according to how I do it. If I was just doing it to the hogs and just giving them what they minimum that they would need to maintain good, it probably lasts me 4 weeks.
Okay.
But I'm bad to overfeed. And then I also feed it to the goats, the cows, and the chickens. So I'm looking at probably between 2.5, 3 weeks.
Now, and this is the stuff that you're getting from like the bread stores and whatnot. Is that right?
Yep.
Now, is there a charge?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to pay for it.
Okay.
Nicole's in the chat.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Nikki. Yeah, they charge for it.
But imagine it's a good discounted rate because stuff they can't put on the shelves anymore, right?
Yeah, it's somewhat of a discount, but they're trying to keep raising the price on it. So,
Well, Nicole's talking to you two because she says hi, human. She ain't talking to me.
Now she's confused. She thinks I'm a human too.
yeah, she thinks she's an alien.
Oh no, trust me, she's not from this planet. But she's also not from the one I come from, so And I mean that with all the respect in the world, Nicole.
Well, I'm from Jupiter. Jason's from Uranus.
I'm from Uranus.
Oh, Lordy.
That could be possible.
Shaky, I think he just said you was his mama.
That could be possible.
I don't know about the mama part, but now
I have given birth to some big turds. That could be very possible.
Yeah, one day he pooped down a hill and I just kept rolling and rolling and got bigger and bigger. So, Jackie, who's that comment to? Is that for me or Glenn or both of us?
That's what I was wondering. If it's me, it's a vanilla custard that I make.
Yeah, I've only got one that basically it's two different flavors that I mix together, and it's a tangerine flavor. And then go ahead, say it, Shaky.
I was getting ready to say, God, please don't say you vape coffee flavor.
No. I can't. So when I switched from smoking to vaping, I found out a few things very quickly. Number one, I couldn't do anything that was like a tobacco flavor. And in the beginning, I was kind of enjoying some of the custard type flavors, but then it started kind of getting to me. It started being more and more like the tobacco, and that stuff would make me gag. So when I smoked cigarettes, I smoked menthol cigarettes. But any of the menthol vape liquids they have, it was just nasty. There's nothing that would taste to get that same flavor. It was just like literally vaping toothpaste. It was horrible. And when I first started, I was like, I don't want anything fruity. I don't want a fruity vape. That's not what I'm looking for. But one day, somebody finally said, just try it. And so I started going to some of the fruit flavors, and I'm like, it started working for me. So I was just like, I'm going to go with it. And then I've got a really good friend of mine that mixes, and she does the mixes for me. And for the longest time, I was just doing the tangerine by itself. And when I say the longest time, I mean like several years. And more recently, there were a couple other flavors that I liked. And she had one, she calls it a rainbow vape, but it's basically like a Skittles. That's why it gets the name rainbow. And I started mixing the Skittles, the rainbow flavor and the tangerine together to add a little bit more of that kind of an orange flavor to it. And that's what I've been vaping. That's more or less the only juice flavor I have.
I know my niece, she gets, well, one of them's an apple, but the other's a watermelon, watermelon mint or something like that. But it's it's basically a menthol flavored.
Yeah, and for the longest time, I was vaping a green apple. And when she found it for me because I was looking for a good green apple flavor. And what she had before was kind of more of your red apple, like a Macintosh type flavor, and I didn't really care for it. And so she actually named it after one of my nicknames. So she's got a vape juice called Grunkle's Green Apple. So, and basically Grunkle is a family nickname because I am a great uncle. My sisters are a lot older than me.
Ah.
So I've been an uncle since I was in second grade. Became a great uncle like it's probably been 10 years ago now. I think he's somewhere between the age of 8 and 10. And then his two sisters are like 4 and 6. I can't keep up with it. We have way too many kids in the extended family.
Well, my grandfather's brother, they had 15 kids. and they had grandkids running around before they got finished up having kids.
Well, my sister who passed away, she had 5 kids. And so between that and then when my older sister, her kids started having babies, and sometimes it's kind of hard to keep up with it all.
Yeah. I know we went to their 50th wedding anniversary. They still had 14 or 15. I thought it was 14, but somebody corrected me here a while back and said that they thought that they still had 15 kids alive. And they had 50 grandkids, and I think it was like 20-something great-grandkids at their 50th wedding anniversary.
Wow. I've been told I don't have to worry about grandkids.
Well, I know I don't. I ain't got no kids, so I ain't got to worry about no grandkids.
We'll see what happens. Both my kids are like, yeah, probably not. But I'm like, well, you shouldn't even be thinking about it. I want you to say probably not right now. You're still in high school.
Yeah. Well, you know, the way this world's got anymore, I don't know if I was young and if I'd even think about wanting to have kids about.
I'm glad that we stopped it too, because I couldn't afford anything beyond that.
Well, I think that's what happened to us when I met the old lady and we got to talking, and something was said one time about kids, and I said, yeah, I want at least 16. I want to outdo my great uncle.
And she said, nope.
Evidently.
I'm a grandfather, great uncle. I've got it all going on. It don't matter.
Well, I'm an uncle and a great uncle.
I'm old.
Shit, I'm older than you.
Shaky, I would be surprised if you're much older than me. Can't be too much older than me.
I think somebody said something about y'all was the same age.
That's what I thought. I thought we had a discussion one time.
That's what y'all's YouTube mama said. If I ain't mistaken.
How old are you, Jason?
I'm 44.
Nope. We're not the same age.
No, Shaky, you turned what, 50?
51.
51?
That's not too
Yeah.
far off.
I'm 10 years older than Shaky.
Jackie's 8 years older than I am.
Damn, Glenn.
I'm 8 years older than April.
I thought you were at least 80 something.
No, that's my dad. He's 87.
Yeah, my dad just turned 80 this year. I was the kid. My parents were the same age of all my friends' grandparents. My middle name is Oops.
So you saying you was an uh-oh?
Glenn, you are too.
No, I was just unexpected.
Well, I know I was.
Yep.
You know, it's really funny that when we were, I think it was after we had our first kid, or maybe while my wife was pregnant with the first one, and a conversation came up about, how many kids, like what number to stop at. And my oldest sister, she has 2 kids, and she's like, 2's a great number. They play with each other, da 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 da. And I didn't even ask my younger of the 2 sisters because I'm like, I'm not going to 5. I see the chaos that's at their house. I'm not doing that. And my dad looked at me and he goes, stop at 1. And I'm like, I'm the youngest of 3. What are you trying to say? He goes, you're the one I would keep. I was raised more or less like an only child. by the time I was 5 years old, both of my sisters were married and out the door.
Right?
Oh, Shaky's a whooping.
Yep. It looked like he froze there for a second, and now we got the streaming circle of death.
Yep.
Hello, Nicole and Jackie. Everybody's in here. Terry from City Girl Country Heart. She's asking for prayers. She's got pneumonia.
Oh no.
Yeah, in her left lung. She sounded pretty terrible. So I told her I was going to ask y'all for prayers.
Will do.
Yeah, Shaky
Yeah, and I
gets
saw.
back.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said if Shaky gets back, we'll have him to say a prayer for her.
Yeah, and I saw Jackie's comment about that's awesome, the Grunkle. What's really funny is about the same time that happened, Disney came out with a TV show. I think it's called Gravity Falls. And one of the characters' names was Grunkle Stan. And I literally had one of my friends of mine, they were like, "Oh, did you get Grunkle from that TV show?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, I got Grunkle. The way I got that name was, I was talking to my niece, and she was like, well, they were trying to figure out when they had their first kid, who was going to be called what. Well, she's got a brother, so he's now going to be an uncle, right? So Uncle Jason, I'm greater than him. I'm bigger than him. I'm older than him. I'm better than him. We can't have the same title. I got promoted. I need a new title. And she goes, well, you're like a really fun uncle. So what if we called you Funkle? And I'm like, I want you to think about a 2-year-old trying to pronounce that. The results will not be good.
Exactly.
Whatsoever.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
Yep. And then I think my sister, her mom, I think she was like, well, what about Grunkle? Because you'll be a great uncle. And I'm like, I'm good with that. Then a few years back, I don't know where it's at offhand. I think it's over there, but she actually bought me a mug that says Grunkle on it. There, Shaky.
Yep.
Welcome back, buddy.
I never really left. It is what it is.
All we can see was a little circle going around and around.
Terry's got pneumonia.
The circle of death. So what's going on? Terry's got pneumonia?
Yep.
Darren already left, didn't he?
He left today or today.
Yesterday, I thought you said.
Well,
I'll be right back.
I know he just has left Texas. She said just a little bit ago, whenever she first called me, said he had just left the airport at Texas, and now I think it's a straight flight.
20 some hours, probably 12 hours or whatever.
Yep, it's a long one. I can't remember how long she said it was, but it is. It's a long one.
I'd be like oh God, what was his name in 18? Mr. T. I'd be like Mr. T.
You can knock your ass out before we got on the airplane.
That plane.
Exactly.
And they better hope I don't wake up in the middle of it.
That would be awful.
Mm.
Ask Jackie if she's talked to Red.
She can hear you.
Oh.
Who's watching?
Have you talked to Red, Jackie? Today? I think
Red sent me a something on Messenger to watch.
She told me that she was gonna have to cancel our Christmas dinner where all 4 of us was planning on getting together.
Yeah.
And I reckon her dad is worse off and her they found out her mama's got dementia too now on top of all of her stuff.
Oh well.
Yep. So I hate that.
Well, I know Papa asked me how Red was, and I told him, as far as I knew, I thought she was okay, but I didn't know all that.
Well, I just went in to text her because I forgot to tell her because she said she hadn't been getting her notifications. So I went in to tell her we was live, and I just seen it because I've been gone. I done that video today. Then I went to a birthday party. Then I come home. Then we done the feeding, and
Well, we edited the video for
yep. And that's pretty much been my whole day. So
you. Jackie said, no, I have not.
okay, well that was the reason I was asking because that was what she sent to me, and I just hate. So I guess whenever we say the prayer for Terry, then we need to include her dad and her mom.
Yep.
I thought you was scratching the dog. What?
I'm trying to do stuff over there and I can't see.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. You want me to go back in yonder?
At least I can see then.
But I did when you scratching your hand. I thought, gosh, he's scratching that dog awful hard.
Jackie, that has been true, so true there. The last couple of years really has been rough on lots and lots of people.
And sis, how are you doing tonight? Red was just saying that she was going to have to cancel the Christmas dinner because her dad is worse off and found out her mom's got dementia too. And I just hate that.
And Sis says she likes your cowboy hat, Shaky.
He says, I'm too sexy for my hat.
Now he better not pull it off. It's the only thing he's got left going for him.
Glenn! Why you want to be so mean?
Hey, he's got more than I do.
You got a regular hat.
Jason, they didn't know I had hair a month ago. They were like, "You got hair?" I said, "Yeah." What are you talking about? They didn't realize I had hair. They thought I was bald.
That was her.
Uh-huh.
I had noticed that you started growing your hair out.
But see, the difference is I can't
lazy.
pull a hat like his off. I've always wanted to wear something like that. And some of the problem, I don't think I can find the right one that works with my head. And this is one of the very few, like even regular hats I've been able to wear, and I think actually looks decent on me.
This is a straw hat.
I love that
Awesome.
hat.
I like
do.
straw hats. I don't like regular felt cowboy hats. I like the straw hats.
But see, that's a nice straw hat, though.
It is.
It is.
I can't find anything around here. I've not seen any nicer ones like that. Everything
online. It's a Stampede.
Stampede.
It's
All right.
damn near $100.
I like the way they've got it stitched on the rim. I love that.
I just
Jackie
ain't
thinks you
never
look good with it, Jason. You better watch out.
Shaky and Jackie gonna be fighting over me now.
Nah.
Shaky said there's no competition. He's got it on lock.
Well, I don't know. A while ago, y'all was talking like he was your mama.
Right? Hey, all I gotta say is he's in West Virginia, so I mean we're good.
Do you see what Sis said, Jason?
Well, thank you, Susan.
Jason, you know what the difference is of me living in West Virginia and you living in North Carolina is?
What is that?
Up here, the sheeps and the goats are nervous. Down there, when you go down the street, they all jump on the fence, go, "Daddy, Daddy."
100%.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
Miss
What a
Ray.
thing to come. Now I'm glad I did come over.
Hey,
Hey,
you know,
Red.
it's been a good one all night.
Yeah, I've been gone all night.
Yeah, and I've been mean to everybody.
He has.
Hey, Shaky. I'm going to have to cancel that Christmas dinner.
Yeah, that's what April was saying.
We just sorry you going through that, Red.
And
Yep.
it is. It's always next year. Things will get
Yep.
better.
And
It's
we
always
can
the
do it
summer, the
after-
spring. It's always.
Exactly.
Shoot, we
It's
got
really hard.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my dad's got stage 4 kidney failure.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry,
We'll be
Red.
On
great.
top of the dementia, he doesn't even know how to eat. And my mom, with her medical problems, her mental problems, now she's got dementia on top of that.
Jackie said we love you, Red.
Thank you.
That comes from me and her.
All of us.
Exactly.
All of us.
My sister didn't want to tell me, so she told the boys. She said, I know your mom would fall apart. And in my family, you don't cry. You're not allowed to cry. It's the way it is.
Well,
You
that
know.
ain't right.
Well, in my family, we were taught if you cry, you're showing weakness. Makes you weak.
No, it's bad if you don't cry. Because they say having a good cry lets you be able to deal with your emotions. So
Now you know why all the lungs are assholes. Sorry.
Exactly.
In my opinion, it takes a stronger person to cry than to not cry.
Exactly.
But that's not what we were taught. You don't cry. You don't show emotions in my family. You don't do it. You can laugh, but heaven help you. If you
Well,
cry,
Red, you're a part of this family too, so you go in and cry all you want.
We'll tell you it's okay. We'll tell you that's the best
might-
thing for you to do.
You might have to carry your handkerchief because some of us might have wet eyes too.
Exactly. Red, it's good for you to come in here and talk about it like that. For one, it gets it off of your chest.
That's what I was trying to tell Josh earlier, to come up here and talk about what was bothering him so that we could.
Yeah, you got to talk to people.
Mhm.
It ain't good to keep things held in. I mean, it's just not.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what we
Red,
were
you
taught.
always have a shoulder, or my shoulder.
That's what we were taught. You don't cry. You can laugh, but you don't cry. That's a no-no.
Well, healing don't commence until you face up to it and let some of the emotions out. So,
I know that too, but I had to fight. Part of me right now is fighting. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
well, if you didn't cry and your daddy and mama's sick, then I'd be worried. I mean, who ain't going to be upset about something like that?
Yeah, on my mom's side of the family, they did the same thing. My grandpa would beat you if you cried.
I know one thing. I always heard, you cry, I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
I've heard that a lot.
I remember hearing that growing up. Boy, you want to
He
cry?
took
I
it-
will give you something to cry about.
He took it to heart. I mean, he
Now,
would beat you if you showed any emotions. My dad's parents were the same way.
now, typically, if it was, I guess, warranted, it was okay. But I'll never forget when we were watching Top Gun and when Goose died, and I started crying. I was tearing up. And my daddy's like, boy, this is a movie. You better stop crying or you're going to be grounded for at least a week. And I was like, but it's Goose. I won't ball him
Right.
bad, but I literally had like some
cried
tears
during
coming in my
Brokeback
eyes.
Mountain too, didn't you?
I've
Yes.
not even seen that movie yet.
Hey, while my
Did you
computer's
just
and
say,
my
did you
internet,
just say Brokeback Mountain?
yeah,
He did.
I never watched that movie.
I haven't
I've
either.
never-
Me either.
Me either.
We just know what
wanting-
it's about.
I was planning on going watching it, and then people got to telling me what it was about. I said, no.
Well, look, while my internet's right, I'm gonna say a prayer real quick. Well, I'm gonna
Okey-dokey.
say a long prayer real quick. Heavenly
Okey-dokey.
Father, we come to you and we pray. We pray for Terry and her pneumonia. We pray for Bobby and her infection. We pray for Papa Rock. And Father, we pray for Red and her family, her mother and her father. Father, we pray for all those that we have and that we consider family and that we love and cherish. And Father, we just pray that you get them through whatever they're going through and let them be at peace, whether it be let them be back healthy or in your kingdom with you, but just let them be at peace. Father, with you, everything is done through you and it's your will. All we can do is accept your will and deal with life as it comes. Through your beautiful son, Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, I didn't know whether to believe my sister and I didn't know whether to believe my mom. So I called my dad's nurse. She said I could tell you one thing, and which happens to be my niece. She goes, Grandpa's brain's gone. It's basically all white matter from, at this point. She said, and he's in stage 4 kidney failure. And I refused to sign the paperwork for him to have the dialysis because he would never make it. He quit eating 2 weeks ago.
Dialysis might be more harm than good on our
Hey,
body.
can I change the subject real quick? I just realized I'm the one that was talking about Brokeback Mountain, and I'm the only one wearing a cowboy hat.
Hey,
Exactly, Shaky.
I just also want to point out the fact that after
just
that
dawned
comment,
on me.
I'm a little extra scared because right now Shaky's on top.
Hey, April.
Hey, it
Yeah.
could be worse. You could be where I am and Shaky be beside you.
What does a gay horse eat?
What does a gay horse what?
Eat.
Eat. Glenn said, hey.
Hey. Look at him.
See, he knew.
I've heard that before.
I ain't. Did you hear Jackie?
You shouldn't be more like, hey.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not that good at doing that.
I've had a lot of gay friends and I love them dearly.
Oh, I do too. I got a bunch now, and you know what? We joke and carry on. They got tough skin, and thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a
some
comment.
people.
Made a comment to a friend of mine. He worked in the department, the pet department at Walmart. It's when they had fish. And I made the comment, which I don't think his mom caught. He sure did. I went, yeah, those fish taught him a whole lot. You know, he just looked at me. His mom didn't catch it, but boy, he did.
Well, you
Do
know,
you
I,
remember? Do
Go
you
ahead.
remember when Sears used to sell farm animals?
Yep, chicken.
Sears
No.
used to sell farm animals. They used to have catalogs where you could order chickens and cows and
Some
pigs.
houses too.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah,
telling you, when I
yeah.
was a kid, you could buy anything from Sears at one time.
Yeah.
And anyway, if you could go into the stores at certain times at Sears and they had everything for, I mean, you could buy houses from Sears. You could buy everything.
Yeah.
I knew about
So
the houses.
my grandfather went into a Sears to get some stuff for the farm. And my grandmother went with them, and they were in there. And my grandfather was over at the counter talking to the guy. My grandmother was over on the other side, but he could see her. So my grandfather was watching while he was talking to the guy who was watching my grandmother. All of a sudden, somebody whistled at my grandmother, and she started looking around. And my grandfather said, "That's kind of strange." And he's sitting there watching. Guy whistled again at her. And my grandmother started doing her hair and getting all. She was a beautiful woman. She started doing her hair up and smiling and whistled again. My grandfather, he started snickering. He caught on to it. It was a bird over in the corner. One of those balls. Cat whistling. My grandmother's over there getting all smiling, doing her hair. My grandfather seeing what's going on. He's just laughing his ass off. He walked over to my grandmother and said, "What are you doing?" She said, "Somebody's whistling at me." He says, "Yeah, that bird over there."
Yeah, my grandpa used to get his chicks from Sears.
Yeah, right.
And I was talking
They
to my
sold
mom.
dates too.
Yep. They sold
I
everything.
didn't know that. I'd ordered me a couple if I'd have known that.
Well, I made the comment to my mom one day, and we were talking. She goes, "Where did you get your chickens?" I went, "I ordered them online. You know, like Grandpa used to do it." I went, "You idiot! They didn't have internet back then. It just
Yeah, that would have been kind of hard to do.
Well, hey, Debbie.
Hello,
Hi,
Debbie.
Debbie.
How are
Hi,
you?
Debbie."
Poor
My
grandma.
mom started laughing. She goes, My mom
Exactly.
started laughing. She goes, "Did you just call yourself an idiot?" I'm like, "Did you just hear what I just said?" Yeah. Oh, Mom, how did Grandpa order them online when computers weren't even around?
With the
You don't
telephone.
realize Sears, man.
Good night,
Sears sold
Jack.
everything.
Jackie.
Good night,
Sears sold
Jackie.
everything. I mean,
Yeah,
from houses to eyeglasses, roebuckers, they had everything. Sears had it all.
I miss Sears. I still miss them
I
now.
do too. I miss their tools because they had that. They had, I mean,
And they're
they warranted them.
And they're not the same. Even though Lowe's has them, they're not as good as they were. It's not the same stuff.
You could snap the ratchet or socket, take it into the Sears store, and they would replace it free, no questions asked. Just there you go. They
I'm
swap it out
excited.
for you.
So my little background, my dad's been talking about the day he's going to die for the past like 30 plus years. Right? He's that kind of guy. Since he was like 50. Well, I'm going to be dead before you know it.
Yeah.
Well, we got talking about stuff, and I said, look, there's only one thing I care about. Yeah, there's some things I want to make sure I get that's been passed down through the family. I was like, I just want your tools. Because he was asking me, what do you want? And I'm like, I want your tools. He still has all his original Sears Craftsman tools, every single one of them, and they're still solid. They still work just as good. I said, I want your tools. And I've already got like a few things like my granny's table and a few things like that. And I said, and the rest of that hoarder crap that my mom has, give it all to my sister.
My
I was
dad
like, she
gave
didn't have
Travis.
everything else.
My dad gave Travis his tools. Gave him
Oh.
his all his knives.
Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
How's the truck running?
Whose truck?
Your truck, the
Travis.
yellow truck.
It's running great.
Oh, okay. And didn't that come from your dad? That's what I said. How's the truck running? I knew you got the Travis had got that truck.
Yeah, the truck's running great.
It's awesome.
It's got.
I guess I need to throw another weld on there.
Hold on just a second.
I'm fine right now.
Only bad thing is when that got to start it over again.
Well, it's a
There's still some.
I'll throw a couple away.
Keep the
There's still some remnants of Sears kind of floating around there. They've got some part stores and whatnot for a lot of their appliances. And the house that we're renting right now is actually mainly Kenmore appliances. And we've got a side-by-side Kenmore refrigerator. And I need to go check the site because I set it up for reoccurring to get the water filter replacement. And that should be coming out pretty soon. So I need to make sure that they do get that sent out to me. But man, I miss that store.
Debbie, that's awful. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
And
Daddy.
Jackie said if you needed to talk or anything, give her a call.
Thank you, Jackie. I was asking Travis how many miles was on that truck. Now, mind you, my dad drove his truck all the damn time. Took it up in the woods and everything. Right now, it's a 2004, and it's right at the 40,000 mile mark.
Gosh, that's good.
Wow.
Yeah, my Jeep's a 2003, 1 year older, and it's 165,000.
My vehicle is a 2015, and it's pushing 118, 120,000.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm running the old Triton engine. Can't
Don't
find
know
any
what
parts
that
for
is.
it anymore.
Yeah.
Triton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
my
I mean-
here ain't got but 150,000 on it.
My dad took care of his stuff like you
It
wouldn't
almost
know.
looks brand new.
Yeah, the truck looks almost brand spanking new. Travis's friend, who I call also one of my kids, called it the great big gigantic Twinkie.
Sis, that was Travis talking.
Huh?
Sis was wondering where the male voice come from.
Oh,
Y'all
that's
just
Travis. Stick around and say hello.
Would be me.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
Travis.
an doppelganger, only he's a male.
Did she say an apple gangler?
Doppelganger. Doppelganger.
Oh.
Now I can't even talk.
Doppelganger.
I thought you was talking about the apple dumpling gang.
But that's where my mom went to. When I heard gangler, I was like, apple dumpling gang? And don't be talking about no apple desserts. You can get me all hungry.
Now, the only problem with the truck is I'm about an inch away from being able to grab a hold of the bar to help me stand up to get the daggone thing. And
I need to take off the daggone steps to be able to get her up in her.
Debbie, she's been hanging out with us too long.
Sis
She'll never
said,
be okay again.
Sis said, freak the crap out of me. I'm sitting in a grocery store parking lot, and all of a sudden I heard a man's voice.
Hey, Travis, can you hear me?
They went in the bathroom.
Oh, I can say my Jeep is lifted up 6 inches, and it's got a 35-inch tires on it. And I put steps on it for Jackie, but I'm getting ready to do another 3-inch body lift on it.
You're going to have to get you some
I'd
ladders.
have to freaking grow me some wings all of a sudden.
You have to get you an escalator, or elevator, or something.
That 93 Dodge I got, it's got a 6-inch suspension lift with a 3-inch body lift and 35s under.
Bit shaky. Is that a Wrangler you got?
Yep.
That's what I want.
Two-door TJ.
Yeah, this is a F-150, I think. I think it's an F-150.
Yeah, I want a Jeep Wrangler. It's between that or a truck.
Only thing is, it's got leather seats. You know how slick leather seats are? Very.
Oh, I want no leather seats.
They are. Billy!
Billy!
What? The cuckoo flew over the... Oh, what was it? What flew over the cuckoo's nest?
One flew over a cuckoo's nest.
That's it. Are you
And then
sick,
it's ratted.
Yeah, and the guy that wrote it was a total stoner. He really was.
Here you go, Jason. Jason.
Nice. Yep. I love that, man. That's awesome.
Yep.
I
They
miss
put a 3-inch
I
body
miss
on
my
it.
78 CJ5.
You said what year was that?
Oh,
This is a 03. It's got a 12,000 pound winch on the front.
That's awesome.
That is pretty.
and to find out, my mom and dad has changed their will left, right, and center. The last legal will they did up, my brother is the executor. My brother. Let that sink in. This man would screw over anyone he could to get ahead.
That's awful. I know what that's like.
Yeah, guess what his name is?
Uh-huh.
Alan.
Same thing.
Billy, I hope you get to feeling better soon, buddy.
Yeah,
we're
Billy's got the flu.
sick.
Oh, that ain't good.
Shake, you see Billy's comment?
How to turn a Southern man on: add a winch and oversized tires in a gun rack.
Don't forget the LED spotlights.
Exactly.
All right, guys, I got to jump. 11 o'clock, my big pumpkin ass is going to bed. I love y'all.
We
Have a
love
good
you,
one, Shake.
Shaky.
Good night, Shaky.
Awesome
Red, you
call.
need us, you call us.
I'm sorry about the dinner. I just
Same
Red,
here.
don't worry about it. If you need us, you call us. You know you got our number. Just call us. You got the house number. Call the house. We're here for you.
Exactly.
We're here
I
for you.
just-
Just,
I don't
even
know
if
what's
it's
gonna
just to
happen.
listen. Well, we're
All
here
I
just to
know-
listen.
all I know is they said he's not gonna.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you too, Shakes.
Love you, Shaky. Have a good one, bud.
But yeah, well, I'll come show up at your house, Red.
Yep.
Oh no, Billy. Billy said, "Oh, and a set of those bulls hanging
Bull
from the
balls.
Exactly.
I always hate when I see those stupid things hanging on the back of a truck or a Jeep.
You know what my mama used to ride
You
around
don't like
with,
them either?
hanging from her mirror?
Every time I see him, I want to just simply pull out my 9 and blow him off.
Yep.
Looking like a true redneck.
I'm gonna go up there with some bolt cutters.
Yeah.
Have some target practice.
Exactly.
No,
What
hey,
did
you
Mama
can make
have?
it a lot more funner if you cut them off with bolt cutters. People say, "What are you doing?" I'm playing with balls. You know.
I thought about putting a steel cable around them like a band of board, so when they take off, it tightens up, jerks them off.
Yeah, Tressa
Yeah,
told
country
Travis
boy.
and Matt, I couldn't tell her. I couldn't tell her. I'm a daddy's girl.
Yep.
And I'm my grandpa's was my grandpa's shadow.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're the reason the way you are now is because your grandpa. Oh, God. I remember when Travis was little, he would walk around the house wearing my dad's cowboy boots and his cowboy hat. He would sit up in my dad's lap and watch John Wayne movies with him. He was John Wayne, and all the females were Miss. And now, mind you, he couldn't say Kitty, but he would look at us and say we were Miss Teddies.
That's just funny.
Well, Billy, I guess
It's funny and cute all at the same time. But he got a hold of a pair of their keys. I can't remember what it was for. But it took them a year to find the keys. And he put them in my dad's boots or in a pair of his shoes.
Billy, I don't guess I'll ever be Southern because I ain't never been able to afford that kind of fancy work.
No doubt.
But I do have vehicles with rebel flag tag on the front.
You guys was trying to say what it was. It's an F-150.
Okay,
Don't you-
Travis did clarify it is an F-150. 2004
It's a FX4.
FX4.
Cool.
Brenda, we've been having internet problems for 2 days now.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even figure we'd be able to go live because it's done cut off 3 times this evening.
Eesh.
Yeah, I've had to reboot the internet 3 different times this evening.
Yep.
Yeah, when Travis was gone, and I was trying to talk to Brenda earlier today, I was not getting good connection. I mean, it would come and go, and I would
Well, I can
freeze.
explain that. Freaking wind. It was blowing me all over the freaking highway.
Yeah. Oh, I am so proud of him. He done something tonight that when I heard it, it instantly brought tears to my eyes. Now, my brother-in-law, he's had several strokes, so he doesn't get around real good. And now he's got dementia too. And Mike got out of the truck. He was going to go into the Welcome Center there in Princeton, West Virginia, to use the restroom. Well, he got out of the truck and he got to the front of the truck and he just kind of stopped. He couldn't move. Tress said before she knew it, Travis is over there gently taking his elbow and helped him to get to the restroom. He didn't ask him, "Do you need my help?" He was just right there.
That's how you do it.
She said it was so fast. She goes, it really did my heart some good. I'm so proud of him.
Yep.
He's also your godfather.
He's a good young'un. And Billy, I know 6 days of clouds and your solar hurting. I bet it is.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when that's all you got. You'll be having to go out there and hook up and do some dusting of your own. Hook you a windmill.
Get him a hand crank generator.
No, he can probably poop harder than he can do that.
Yeah.
With the way he talks about himself anyway.
Big get him one of them exercise bikes with the generator wheel on it.
Yeah.
That way you won't have time to get depressed this winter from winter depression.
Yeah, my uncle gave me this. It's to help get a person out of bed. It's like a lift. My sister and Travis explained it like a lift that you lift the engine up with, something like that. And Travis is like, I bet you I could use that to get you in the truck. And I'm like, oh God. And I said, and how am I going to get out? I said, well, I guess I could just put my feet out and then just come out. I said, it won't hurt until I hit the ground. And he's like, Mom!
Actually, they make one that goes in the back of your truck bed that swings out around the cab.
Yeah, but see, he's got a top on the truck.
Who was it used that cherry picker to get lowered down into the car?
Oh, God, what was the name of that garage?
Fat Boys, Big Boys.
Fat Boys Garage.
But he used a cherry picker, and they picked him up and loaded him down in front of it was a Dodge, wasn't it?
Superbird. He said he wasn't going to climb over the fender of that Superbird.
He was a big man.
Yeah, he's like 450 pound guy.
He was. Yeah.
Thank you.
They put a harness on him and hooked the motor puller and jacked him up and rolled him over the front of the car and then started letting him down. And they got where he was about 6 inches from the floor and they stopped. And just left him hanging there. And his face was turning red.
That was funny.
Thank you, Brenda, and thank you, Susan.
Yes,
I tried my best to raise him right.
Well, somebody did.
Billy, are you trying to give a hint there? We need to take up a collection and get one of them and send it to Sharon.
Exactly. She'll get you on the move.
So, hey, Susan, I'm assuming you saw the link that I dropped earlier. But here's the, this isn't the bacon because I already ran out of that. But this is one of their beef jerkies that they make. See if you can actually see the jerky there. This is the kind of jerky that's actually real tender. It's not that dry, really hard to chew on stuff. It's really tender. So it's really good.
I bet that is.
This
Do
is
not harm Sharon. That's funny.
Send her down here. We need to have a talk with her.
Yeah, get her up here on the panel with us.
Hey, we could always give the little one the cattle prod. I mean, he could save everybody else from that ghost rooster. That was so cute. I'm gonna kick out Rooster to the sky. It was a ghost.
Did you see Sis's comment?
Yeah, I was reading that, and thank you, Brenda. I told him at 10 years old, you're old enough now to know the difference between right and wrong. You can come to me and talk to me about things, and I will tell you the consequences of what would happen or what would not happen. You know, that type of thing. I said it's up to you to decide what you want to do. Do you want to go on with the consequences, or do you want to not do it? I didn't realize that he would do that with everything in his life. It took him 2 months of thinking before he would even get a bank safety deposit box. He finally did, but 2 months.
Billy, I hope so too, because I think she'd enjoy it.
Yep. Billy, what you need to do is talk her in to getting hold to April and Red and some of them, and them start having a ladies' night live.
That sounds like a good idea. And Sharon knows me, and of course, Sharon knows April.
Yep.
Yep. Because everybody'd love to hear Sharon talk.
Yeah. I love listening to her talk.
Uh-huh.
What kind of accent does she have?
Boston.
Strong Boston.
Okay.
Strong Boston.
Okay, so she says words like car instead of car.
And what was it, Horace?
I can't say horse like she did.
I can't neither, but
house or something.
No, it ain't house. That sounds like something I'd say.
I can't remember how she said it, but it's just. Yeah, Billy said thick ass Boston.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Horse.
Yes, Susan, I can't eat the tough jerkies. I can't eat a lot of really tough stuff. I just don't have the teeth for it.
It's like eating shoe leather. Shoe leather.
Yeah, it's got to be tender or I can't do it. And that's why I have to be real picky. I won't buy jerky unless I know it, like unless I've been able to go in a store and kind of at least fill it the package to see if it's tender. And these were the people that were at the farmers market one day. I've not seen them since then. If they'd go out there every weekend, I would literally be out there every weekend, probably buying like 5 packs of the bacon jerky and several packs of the beef jerky. So it's probably a good thing because that means if I'm buying that much, I'm eating that much, and I don't need to eat that much of it. But yeah, so I was able to sample it. It had samples, and I told the guy, I was like, "It's got to be tender, or I can't eat it." And he was like, "Here, try it." And I was like, "Holy cow, really good, really
Shoe
tender."
leather sounds good. I'm done eating leaves.
I'd like to try some bacon jerky.
Oh, Lordy Billy.
Really good, April. It's really good. I want to make my own.
We will, Susan.
Yeah, I want to try making my own. I don't have a dehydrator yet. It's something I've been wanting to get for quite a while, but I've not taken the time. I'm one of these, when I'm looking at getting something especially like that, I'm going to do proper research. I'm just not going to walk into Walmart and buy just a random dehydrator. I'm going to do proper research and understand what I'm buying and what it's capable of, and to make sure that I can make what I want to make with it. Because just like anything, I mean, some of these devices, you got to have certain things in order to make certain things.
Well, I know one thing. I got to get me another dehydrator because I'm using it daylights out of the one I got.
Red, do you have any recommendations on it, or do you just have you learned, like with dehydrators, does it make a difference on what you get, or does it matter what you're planning on dehydrating?
Well, like the one like Brenda has, she's got more trays that she can use. But you can also buy more trays for what I use. Hers is bigger. Mine, you can make jerky out of it. You can make fruit roll-ups. You can dehydrate herbs. You could dehydrate vegetables if you wanted to. But Brenda, I think Brenda's was probably better than mine. I was giving mine as a Christmas gift, but I'm telling you, yeah, the cheap dehydrators have the plastic trays, but you know what? There's one thing I have found out. I've got one that has plastic trays. I've used them for the past 3 years, and it's doing great. I even bought extra things to like put the herbs on so it didn't fall through the holes in the trays. And I will admit that the plastic, when it gets heated up, it'll bend up a little bit. Well, the next time you use it, you turn it on the opposite side, and it'll straighten it back out.
I'm assuming Brenda's
really,
probably...
Billy, you don't really have to be that gentle with cleaning them.
I'm assuming Brenda's probably got some videos about her dehydrator, maybe. I'm looking up there now to see if I can find any.
She has an Excalibur dehydrator.
Okay.
I can't remember what
You
mine
know,
is.
there's people that does like reviews for everything, because I've seen several people doing reviews on dehydrators on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I can't remember the name of mine. But like I said, I've used the daylights out of that thing.
I'm going to look into that. One thing that I want to do, and one of my outdoor buddies, he's up in New York. He does a lot of dehydrating. And he's learned how, into like a regular tray dehydrator, how to dehydrate chili. So he can dehydrate his chili to take out backpacking with him. And I was like, heck yes. He's learned, and I think he was using, don't quote me on this, I think he was using like a parchment paper to put like the chili on over some of the slots. It was something he did. And I'll have to go back and watch it again whenever I get there. I basically said, I'll remember to come back here and watch this for when I finally do get a dehydrator. But I would love to be able to dehydrate my own meals right now. I like making my own backpacking meals. I personally have never, ever bought one of the dehydrated meals like the backpacking meals. I've never bought one myself that come from like these big companies and whatnot. I make my own. The only exception, I think I showed it last night, was that package I had the Cajun chicken with dirty rice and whatnot in it.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was actually made. There's a lady and her husband, so it's veteran and woman owned. They started doing these gourmet style meals for backpacking, and they're based in Virginia. And they were, for the longest time, having problems actually getting them to sign off to let them do it. Right? Virginia's got some funny laws when it comes to like food sales. Like they were trying to make them, they wanted them to actually farm it out to a company to get it done. Well, while they were working on it, they went and got like freeze dryers and everything. And in order for her to practice and kind of get better and do the recipes and get opinions on it, back when they were still getting started, if you literally sent her a message and said, hey, I'm interested in trying something, she would come back and tell you, this is what I have. You can't pay for it because I can't legally sell it. I just want to know what you think about it. So she sent me that one when I sent her a message.
Well, can you like donate?
I've asked her if I can donate. I've asked her if she's got a PayPal. She's not said anything, but they have officially gotten approved. They got the website up. She put stuff up for sale, and it sold out before I could actually go buy any. Like, that's how good their foods are. I've not even tried it yet, and I'm like, I will go buy it right now. I know it's going to be good. But it's sold out.
Yeah, because
And
there's always loopholes.
oh yeah.
You
Well,
have
they
to
got
find
it.
the
They got
right
it legally
one.
done. Yeah, they got it legally done. They got what they needed in place. And see, she also has lupus, and right now, she got hit with it real bad, and she couldn't work on any production. And she's one of her meals that she was making was a Thanksgiving in a bag type ordeal. So I'm Hawkeyeing the website because once she has that one, I'm definitely getting one of those.
Freeze dryers are too expensive.
I want one so bad. One day I'm going to get one, but I've got to wait for them to come down because I'm not going to spend $3,500 on a house grade freeze dryer.
No.
That's
Sis
how much
said,
they are right now.
Sis
I
says
want one bad.
a Black Friday sale on freeze dryers going on right now.
Oh,
I ain't
matter
got
of
the money.
Me either, because I'd like to have one too, but I know there's this couple who backpacks. I mean, I'm telling you, they hike miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. And they do a lot of their meals and stuff. They freeze dry them and they show how they do them. And they have all types of stuff.
You know, I was like my mom today. She goes, Independence, they won. I went, I know. I said they're a state champion. She goes, no, I don't think they are. I'm like, Mom, the game they played last night or the night before. Can't remember. I said that was for the state champion. They are undefeated.
that's awesome.
Yeah, when you asked me what what their mascot was, see, when I went to Independence, it was the Independence Patriots. But
Brenda's up.
you always, the junior high that I went to was Stoco Indians. So I had Indians in my head. Now we don't have any Stoco Indians since that idiot kid crawled up on top of the school, caught the thing on fire, and he was drunk.
Yeah, I just went and checked their website, and they're still out of stock on the ones. They got one I want to try that's Hawaiian pulled pork with coconut rice and pineapple salsa.
Ew, I hate pineapple.
I love pineapple, especially pineapple salsa.
I don't like pineapple at all.
I love me some pineapple. Did you see Brenda's comment, Jason?
They have $500 off right now.
Okay.
You like
look,
I'm gonna have to make you some pineapple jelly.
I love pineapple. I absolutely love it.
That is if I have any. I may have some left. I don't know. The boys may have ate it all.
Well, that wouldn't be good. I didn't know you could make pineapple jelly, but I bet it is good.
They absolutely love it.
Well, I've got an idea. I think I mentioned this last night to somebody. I think it was on this live I got talking about it. I'm not going into details, but I've got a really cool idea of something I want to try making in a freeze dryer that might turn into a really cool product. And I'm going to leave it at that. But it's going to be
underwear.
Cow patty.
Edible underwear.
How about cow patties?
Better watch your step when you know the chips are down. Oh God, that song is hilarious. I think it's called Cowboy Sally. I mean, it is hilarious.
That's kind of like going roller skating in a buffalo pen, ain't it?
Jason, you see Susan's comment?
I did.
And Alfred.
I did. I did see that. I was just kind of thinking about that too. I've actually got a way that I could tie it to my channel as well. How to make it both for backpacking and coffee. Because you know how they make instant coffee, right?
Cha-Cha's, Glenn. He's against beef jerky cha-cha's. Do you understand?
No.
Boobies. Billy, you're going to have to explain to your daddy what you're talking about. He don't understand. His arm hairs are standing up thinking about it.
Now, this isn't as good as like a free $3,000 product, but I was contacted by a company this week if I would be interested in doing a review on one of their products. And I didn't tell her this, but when I looked at it, it's actually a product that could possibly solve a problem that I currently have. So they're sending it to me, but I did tell her, I said, it's going to be an honest review. I said, just a heads up, it's going to be an honest review. Because if I don't like it, I'm going to say it. If they, I've heard, people, these companies want to send scripts and stuff like that. And I told her, it's going to be an honest review. She said, the only thing we ask is that you're careful with what words you use, like be like family friendly. I'm like, I'm a family friendly channel, right? My channel, even though kids won't typically drink coffee, I want to make sure that if a parent is watching my videos, they're not worried about me saying things that their kids might hear.
I don't know. Travis was 12 years old, drink 10 cups of coffee before he went to school.
I know kids that drink coffee.
Tired.
Yeah, I know kids that drink coffee, but it's not my typical audience, right? But I want to make sure my audience, that they have kids, that they know they can safely watch my videos around the kids. April and Glenn must have froze, because there's no way April's going to hold that pose for any amount of time.
No, her back would kill her.
She looks like she's squeezing one out.
I sent you a video of that song I was talking about.
Okay.
I said it's hysterical. I sent it to everyone here that I could.
Yeah. Hey, Stevie. Yeah. April looks like she's straight up. April looks like she's straight up crop dusting Glenn.
That's not nice. She ain't here to defend herself.
I don't mean it in a bad way. She would laugh if she heard that.
Yeah, she would.
Matter of fact, when they come back, I got a screenshot of it, and I'm going to share my screen and show it to her.
I don't know how to do screenshots. I don't think you could do it on his computer.
Is it a Windows computer?
Yeah.
Windows 10 or 11? What you got? What version?
10. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
It might. No, it's a 10.
If you hit the Windows button at the bottom and just start typing, type snip, SNIP, and you'll see something pop up called the snipping tool. Click on that. And that's an easy way to take screenshots of the little sections of the screen, or even full screen, or even be able to crop custom shapes.
I'm lucky I know how to turn the thing on.
All you have to do is click the Windows button and type snip.
Yeah, I know on this machine, it'd snip right off.
Jesus, the red.
You have no idea how old this computer is. I got a red line that's going all the way through the middle of the screen as we speak.
You have no idea how old my computer is. It might shock you. It might surprise you.
The internet died. They'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have had problems with it. There she
There
is.
I heard you.
I figured you probably did.
I was getting. Yeah, I know. I was getting ready to. I was getting ready to tell y'all we was having internet problems, and I'll be right back. And Jason said, "She looks like she's crop dusting him."
Hey, I try to stick up for you.
I heard you.
April, look at the bottom. Click on my share screen so you can see what I'm talking about.
Oops.
Good night, Susan.
Good night,
Oh, I
Susan.
know that. I've seen that look a lot.
You're gonna sit on
Oh,
your
no, I
mouth.
was
That's
getting ready to
too
get it.
funny. I don't dare do that. I'd go to crop dust someone and shit all over myself. That would be me.
That ain't good.
I told you the other night I was one gigantic fart from being a complete catastrophe. I wasn't kidding.
Did you see what is it? Badass Grandpa? Red be splattering the walls.
I've actually did that.
That Susan, be safe.
It was an accident. My colon. Oh God, I almost died. Travis was just getting ready to turn 17. And I ended up in the hospital because my colon was perforating. I hadn't been able to go to the bathroom in a month. So to say I was full, you know what, would be quite accurate.
Well, you still full of it. What are you talking about?
I was sitting there going, no, I can't. Ah, heck, every time you go over there, they cheer you up. I mean, okay. Well,
You see what Billy said about my screenshot?
I've seen that. Oh my gosh, that's a business card. Here you go, Billy. Get ready to screenshot. Glenn needs to be acting passed out.
I think I finally got immune.
That would be hilarious.
Barbara said you done run me off.
Yeah. Brenda's in there going, she done ran Glenn off.
Oh.
All right. So Brenda said she's got an Excalibur dehydrator, right?
Yes.
I'm pulling it up now so I can remember to look at it.
Now, I cannot for the life. My brain is scattered tonight, so I cannot for the life of me.
Kale,
I think mine is a Presto. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Presto.
Wait 15 minutes, then blend over and paint the side of bend over and paint the side of your house. Oh my gosh, I knew a guy who did that to his wife. That would be so bad.
I'd kill him.
No doubt. Glenn shot me with shit. He better be ready to go sleep with the cows.
I'm just wondering how Billy knows that works in 15 minutes.
Exactly.
That is a very interesting question.
Y'all think he's been doing it, testing it out?
It might have been a dessert that Sharon made for him.
Prunes and kale.
Mm.
Shoo!
I'd kill him. He'd be a dead man. He'd wake up with a chastity belt on and a butt plug up his hind end.
He said I shit in my drawers. One time I had no chance of making it to the bathroom.
Well, I imagine that's probably happened to all of us once upon a time.
What's really embarrassing, and I keep my phone off until I get up in the morning, and my brain doesn't wake up till after 10 o'clock, and I'm serious when I say this. Matt came in my room, and he thought we were kidding about all the crazy stuff I would come up with in the morning. And for some reason, he meant to come in my room to ask me a question, and I farted, and I picked up my sheets and was fanning it, but I didn't realize that when I was doing that, every time I'd fan the sheets, I'd mooning.
Smile your own
I
candy cane.
didn't mean to. I swear I did not mean to, but I ain't all there in the mornings. You just don't try to have an intelligent conversation because it ain't happening.
Especially not with your sideways smile.
What was real bad is this was before Matt started living with us. We had went up, and we picked him up to take him somewhere. Plus, I needed to go to Ollie's, and I was getting into, at the time we had the Ford Escort, and I was getting into it, and I looked back at Matt, and I meant to say, I was wearing a sundress, and I meant to say, Matt, if I moon you, please forgive me. That's not what I said. I went, Matt, if I moon you, I forgive you. Okay, I stopped. I was like, what? And Matt was dying laughing right there in the Ollie's parking lot. I know we were getting stares of what is going on over there.
Yeah. Hey, Brenda.
Oh my gosh, Billy.
Oh my God.
Billy, you just ain't right, son.
That's as bad as what I mean. When kids are little, they tend to run around without their underwear on. So every once in a while, you'd hear, "I see your hiney, all pink and shiny. If you don't hide it, I'm going to bite it." And think back, I'm like, God, that's just like really wrong.
On so many different levels.
I know.
I heard that.
Now I've heard all white and shiny. Everything else the same, but all white and shiny.
Well, my sister, her daughter, there was no toilet paper in the bathroom, and she hollers, "Mom, I need toilet paper." So Jessica goes to the house singing, "Stranded, stranded, stranded on toilet bowl."
That's good.
I like that. Wackos.
Oh.
I'm like, ain't one of us got a lick of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked with this guy. He was the boss. He was the guy that owned the place. He come into work one day and he had his head down. And he's like, "The wife ain't coming in today." And we were like, "Okay, why? What did you do?" And he's like, "You won't believe what I did." They sleep in the nude. And he thought he was going to be cute. He thought he had to fart. And he backed his butt up against her and let it rip. Only he had diarrhea.
Jason's shaking.
She was so mad at him. It was like 3 days before she came back into work. It's like, yeah, it probably took her that long to clean it up.
No doubt. Boy, he'd have been in the floor.
Brenda, you gonna kill Red.
Breathe, girl.
Stuff Billy saying Debbie comes in talking about a dehydrator.
I know.
Billy said that's love.
That's shitty love.
Exactly. You better not get no ideas either, mister.
You the one that blows the cover off the bed at night, so I'm the one that's worried.
Nuh-uh. He giggles right before he poops.
I wonder if she told him that she ain't taking his shit anymore.
I hope she did.
No doubt.
You okay, Red?
No, I'm dying.
I'm sorry.
Look, be careful how you cough, because you might splatter them boys back there.
They're outside.
Yeah, but they might open that door at the
No, I
wrong
did not
time.
say you could go outside.
Oh. Can't be
I
any
said
worse than
that,
the
and
friend
Killer
I
looked
had
at me
that,
like, really?
So
it
I
can't
don't
be any
want.
worse. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You say that because I got a question for you. So you say it, and I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay. I said it can't be any worse than this friend I had that was raped by a rooster.
Is that anything like an old song?
Well, what happened was she was left her husband and was getting a divorce. And she called the Avon lady and she was like, I want to know what kind of perfumes to get to attract men. So of course the Avon lady explained to her, that you need a good perfume that has pheromones in it. So she got some and she wore it and she went to a friend's house who happened to live on a farm. First day she went, the goat chased her up on top of the car. But she managed to escape the goat. Second day she went, she got out of the car and the rooster attacked her head. And she ended up in the emergency room. And when the doctors asked her what happened, all she could tell them was, a rooster raped me.
Well, it's probably a good thing the doctor didn't ask her if it was finger looking good.
Well, I figured she'd say, did you? Never mind.
Jason!
I ain't going to say what I started to say. We'll leave it.
Yeah, y'all, my dad, he grew up on a farm. And he was so happy when we got chickens. I'm thinking of all the memories. I remember we were all gathered downstairs on their back porch. And someone had closed his screen door. My dad didn't know it. And thank God he was wearing a hat that day, because he walked face first into the screen door. The only thing that stopped him from going smack was the bill of his hat. And he looked back at us and we all just died laughing. It was so funny.
Oh, man. Yeah, I've walked into sliding glass doors too, so I understand.
Really?
Such a nut. Billy, you don't need to eat no more nuts. You done had enough.
I was eating nuts earlier.
I was too.
Yeah, she had my nuts eaten a while ago.
See?
I ain't touching that one. I am not doing it. I am
TMI.
not doing it. I'm not touching that one. Not with the 10-foot pole. I ain't touching that one. No.
And y'all
no.
thought the internet quit.
Okay, Billy, you go right ahead and test it.
Oh,
All right,
man.
Jason, you had a question.
Billy's gonna test it
Can't
out.
hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. So, how many trays do you have in your dehydrator?
9.
And do you have one with a timer or no timer?
It has different settings on it. They're just numbered like 1 through, I don't remember. But at
I was
any
just-
rate, it has a thing on the top of it that lists all the different kinds of food, like vegetables and fruits and, meats, what have you.
That's a lot better than what I got.
Okay.
And it tells you what number to set it on.
Gotcha. I was looking at the different ones to try to see, so I could compare everything from what the one like you really like. And I'm looking at the non-trays now. And I think Does yours have like push buttons or is it like dials that you turn?
It's a dial.
Okay.
Oh, Debbie, do I have a story for you? Glenn likes putting garlic in his salad. And he put some in his salad, and his breath burnt my eyes so bad for 2 days I had to sleep with the bedroom window open.
April, you a vampire?
No, he had that much garlic on that salad. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
It smells
Yeah.
so bad.
He's doing it because Glenn said, "No, she's a bloodsucker."
Well, I told him, I said, we ain't
I
got
bet the
worry.
mosquitoes left him alone, Debbie.
Yeah, they don't like garlic.
Mm.
Mosquitoes, that is.
Well, it wasn't as bad as eating hot dogs, though, and riding the van.
I want some hot dogs.
We had some last night with fire again.
Was it chili on it?
No, he didn't want no kind of chili I had.
I don't like canned chili. I want
I don't
homemade.
like. I don't like canned chili either. My oldest sister, she makes a really good chili, and she gave me the recipe not too long back, and I keep saying I'm gonna try making it, but I've not got around to it yet.
Well, Esther, if you can send it to me, because we need to make some.
All right. I ain't gonna ask her nothing. I'm
yeah.
gonna find it and send it to you.
All right.
Most,
I'll take it.
most people either love or they hate my chili, one or the other. But my chili's hot.
Yeah,
Super hot.
chili. I don't like anything that's spicy. No.
Oh no, this is spicy. I put a whole damn can of chili powder in it,
It's just hot dog
and I
chili.
put
you're talking
Rotel
about?
in it.
I'd like it. Glenn wouldn't.
Yeah, in April, you might need to tweak the flavors for what y'all like, but she's got a method of how she cooks the beef that makes a big. She says that's like makes all the difference in the world. She's like, you can change the flavors however you want, but if you want the texture the way she gets her hot dog chili, she's like, here's the trick. So I'll go back to my text and find it, and I'll get it over to you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah, when you're making chili, always cook your onions and stuff like that in with your beef when you're cooking it. Don't just throw it in the
See,
pot.
Travis won't eat chili. He's got GERD. Real
Now-
bad.
Yeah.
When we're talking about like chili, like the stew type chili. What I do when I start out, I do mine in the Instant Pot, and I put the Instant Pot on saute. Put a little bit of just a little bit of oil in there, and I put the onions in first, right, just to start getting a little bit. But while they're still solid, I then dump the beef in with it, so they don't cook too long. Then I put the beef in with it, and I just start kind of mixing it around real good to brown the beef in with the onions. But I let the onions get there just a little first.
Yeah. It does a couple of things. It actually imports more of the flavor into the meat, but it also makes onions is a natural tenderizer. So it makes the beef more tender.
Anytime I
Before I
ever cook hamburger
I
and
forget.
onions, I do that always.
I've sent you 2 videos today, April.
Okay.
One of them, I will warn you right off the bat, it will scare the living hell out of you. And you know the one I'm talking about, Brenda.
Oh, the one I sent you?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good, Debbie.
I hope you don't
And
get
the
grossed out,
second
April.
one, you will laugh at.
Okay.
I sent it to Jason and Brenda and Susan, and I don't have any way of contacting Billy or Debbie. So I sent it to who I could because it's just too funny.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, chili and stuff like that's good with deer meat in it. I even like spaghetti with deer old hamburger. It's
I will
good.
cook deer any way you cook beef, and you cannot tell the difference.
I love venison. I love deer. Period.
Yeah, it's good.
Sherry Hokamp from Two Family Homestead, she swore she hated deer meat. She had never had deer meat that she liked. It was nasty. She said it always has this weird flavor to it. One time when we went out to HOA in Virginia, we went over to their, because they always take their camper and camp out. So we went over to their camper and I grilled up some deer meat, and Daryl was standing there watching me grill it. And he took a bite out of that and he was like, oh my God. He went inside to Sherry, here, you have to taste this. And she's like, I don't like deer meat. And he's like, no, you have to taste this. She ate that and she was like, oh my God. She went on for dang near forever about, she likes deer meat now.
Well, she used to say that on her lives all the time.
Yeah, she used to go on all the
Brenda's the
time.
only one that's ever made anything out of deer meat that I like. She used to say that all the time.
Yeah.
Now, something else I really like, we had, when I was in Boy Scouts, one of the scout leaders was also my best friend's dad. He was a big time hunter, and he used to love going, he'd go out west. He one time brought antelope. He had ground it himself, and we had antelope burgers, and it was amazing.
Oh, hell.
Really?
It was amazing. He also mixed in like onions and peppers and stuff into it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it was phenomenal. The meat, the flavor of the meat, and how tender it was. It was unbelievable.
When you marinate deer meat, or really when you marinate any meat, you need to put onions in with it. Onions are a natural tenderizer. They also add flavor,
Yeah.
but they are a natural tenderizer.
I love onions mixed in with meat like that.
Uh-huh.
That's the reason I'm so tender. I always eat onions.
Tender my eyes.
I saute deer meat with onions and peppers, bell peppers,
What is that?
and I make a teriyaki sauce and put in with it, and put it over rice. And oh my God, I did that one time for my cousin. Her daughter was graduating high school, and she had a party for her up here in the middle of Amish country. I made one of those big roasting pans. I mean, it was overflowing with this deer meat. I used an entire side of deer meat to make all this. And I made a big old thing of rice to go with it. And oh my God, them Amish people went crazy for it. They were
It sounds like somebody's dog needs to go pee.
That's my dog, and she's whining because she's in her crate and doesn't want to be.
I thought somebody had a chicken in their house.
I knew that was a dog. I could think it was a dog.
It's my little Belle. I put her in her crate because she has a bad habit when she's out. She'll want to get up here by me, but then if I'm not paying close attention to her, she'll just up and jump off the couch and then hurt herself. And she can't hardly walk today. She's having a hard time walking.
Oh,
Sorry to hear that.
yeah, me too.
When I first got her out of the crate this morning and let her go, she was like, she would try to take a step and it was like her front legs would just buckle under her and she'd go down on the ground like she was hunkered down on the ground.
Oh gosh.
That's cool, Billy.
That is cool.
She'll get louder.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, them kids be crying for Bug.
Yeah, normally if she was up here with Brenda, you'd hear.
Yeah, usually when she's up here by me, she's snoozing. She's like snoring away.
Snores. That little girl snores like you wouldn't believe.
Oh yeah.
Corky used to do that. Especially if he's sleeping on his back, he would snore like crazy.
Well, Safina quit.
Steve was snoring like crazy going down yonder this morning.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, Lord, I'll be right back. I gotta go feed some stoves. They're almost out.
Gotcha. Homer on his live last night, he was talking about rabbits. he was talking about rabbits as a food source because you can literally raise them in micro farmer, Homer.
Oh yeah,
Because-
Homer.
Yeah, you can raise them indoors or outdoors.
Oh yeah.
So it makes them a really good food resource because you can bring them in when it's too cold, and they don't smell at the house like chickens or other animals would or the livestock would. He got
I ain't
talking about
bringing more animals in this house. If more animals come in this house, I'm gonna sleep out in the barn.
well. I was about to say in that case though, those are the animals that becomes dinner soon.
Debbie, where are you from?
I've not never eaten no raised rabbit. Now I have wild rabbit, but not no raised rabbit.
Yeah, the rabbits that I'm gonna try to buy from Stevie and Nikki, I want them mainly for the manure.
Yeah, they're good for that.
Well, if you want rabbit shit, I got plenty out in my yard I can send you.
California Giants. Them things is so cute.
Texas. What part? I used to truck down to Laredo a lot.
I bought for the cats. Yes, the cats get Christmas gifts. I bought them a new scratching post, and now the dogs are wanting to play with it because the top of it spins, and they've been spinning the top of it with their head.
My son always wanted one of them like cat scratching posts and the cat towers and stuff
Yeah.
for him to play on.
For him to what?
For him to play on.
Oh, I thought
okay.
you said peon.
That's what I thought he said too. That's why I was like, for him to what?
Play on. Play.
That's not what I heard.
You're
That's
not
probably what I would do to it. I would probably pee on it.
Well, now East Texas is a pretty good section down through there.
Oh, cool, Debbie.
But have y'all ever seen the California giant rabbit she's talking about? How big? Well, I know you have.
I haven't.
They
And-
are
Yeah,
huge.
they're
What
big.
is
I'm
the type of
talking from your waist down to the ground long, probably.
I've actually never eaten rabbit. I'm not opposed to it. I just wouldn't really know even where to get it from. I'm not
what
a.
is
I'm
the
not a
rabbits that
person.
Stevie has? Do y'all know? I know
Stevie
Stevie was here earlier, but I don't know if he's still here.
He's probably asleep with the phone in his hand, but I can't.
Or
They're not
TV
the.
on.
They're not the big California giants like she's talking about. They're all I know is they're normal size rabbits.
Okay. So they're not the big. Oh, it starts with the F. I think. Brenda. Aw, there's Val. Hi, baby girl.
Hey, Bell. Hey, Belle. I love Brenda's dogs. They're so pretty.
And that baby is rotten.
See, we found out who the AK guy was. There's a property behind us, 100 acres of tall grass. He comes here as weekend warrior and hunt deer. I know when he's there, the deer are on my property.
What is the type of rabbit you have, Brenda? The
You're muted.
name is right there on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot.
Brenda, you're muted. I know what she said right then.
Yes, I am.
I cannot
Alrighty.
remember. the
Flemish.
name. That's it. I knew it would start with an F.
Yeah, they're Flemish rabbits.
But I'll try to remember to text Stevie tomorrow and ask him, Red.
I was trying to remember what kind of them was.
Most of our rabbits average around 30, 35 pounds.
Wow.
Holy moly. Them some big rabbits, too.
Yeah. Oh, Flemishes hold the world record. It's nothing for them to get up around 60 pounds or better.
Holy moly.
Them ain't rabbits. Them little jumping horses.
What?
Just about it. They are big. They can be huge rabbits. But I'll tell you what now, if you're raising for meat, it doesn't take no time at all for a Flemish to get big enough to butcher. And yet you've got young, tender meat.
And they're easy. Are they still as easy to butcher as the regular rabbit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
didn't know
yeah.
if her skin was like way tough.
No, it's not. Flemishes, when they're born, they're born looking like little bulldogs.
Aw.
They are these little, big old round. They look like wrinkled bulldogs.
Aw. See,
Fat
that's
little
the only
porkers.
thing. That's the only reason we don't raise rabbits. Because if we was going to eat them, Glenn be in trouble. Because they're just too cute.
Well, we got
Just like
trouble.
our
They just
goats.
like
Well,
raising
these
chickens.
here,
They the one to do the dirty work.
it doesn't take but 2 to 3 days, and they'll have their eyes open.
Aw.
Wow.
That's
And
amazing.
within a week, they're already out of the nest, and they're out there eating with mama.
Darn.
And they will be
I
the
couldn't
size
handle
of a regular rabbit within a month. So you've got a young, tender, but big rabbit or a
Hello?
normal sized rabbit you can butcher.
Hello, Outlaw Creative.
Hello,
Howdy,
Outlaw.
howdy.
Hi, Outlaw.
In a dog crate in the house, and we have caught rabbits in the house raised from babies. Well, I ain't got nothing. I just thought her dog sound. I thought it was a chicken. I kept asking Glenn, "Do you hear a chicken? Do you hear a chicken?"
I knew it
No,
was a dog.
I'm
it
gonna
was
have
his bell.
I'm gonna have to go.
Good night,
Uh-oh.
Red.
Bye,
Good
Red.
night,
We love
Red.
ya.
Good night. Love y'all too.
Good night, Red.
I miss you already. Oh, she gone.
Red, if you can hear me, if you need me, call. You have to think food. I bet so, but it's just like the goats. I wanted to get them because goat meat was so good for you, and now I just love them, and I just don't think I could eat them.
I'm not a real big fan of goat meat.
I've never tried it.
Well, we don't know. If that's what everybody said we had down there in Texas.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they know what they was doing because that was the best piece of meat I ever eat in my life.
That
Huh.
was some tender meat.
But now, April, y'all make the goat cheese though, right? Do I remember that?
No.
Or no? No?
No, we've made milk, and I've wanted to make, or not milk. We ain't made milk. We made butter out of cow milk. And I know you can make cheese out of cow milk or goat milk real easy. I just, with my back, my feet, my legs, it's just hard for me to do that because you've got to be there so long on your feet.
Mhm.
Billy said he'd had it
They do.
infused and it was good.
Well, we ain't never, to our knowledge, ever eat any, and I just know everybody says it's so good for you, especially cholesterol wise.
We had
But
some sheep that was given to us. Actually, Paul come home from work one day and he's like, "You want more goats?" I was like, "Oh Lord, who's got goats?" And he's like, "Well, these have been running feral." And this guy he worked with pinned them up because they were eating everybody's gardens up. And he's like, he wanted to know if we wanted them. And I was like, "Well, not really, but okay." I'll go get them. We got there and I got out of the truck and I looked and they were like, there's supposed to be 3 goats. And I looked over there and I was like, "Is that the goats they're talking about?" I said, "That ain't goats, that's sheep." They were black-faced dorpers.
Did that change your opinion?
They're expensive sheep.
Oh,
They are the top of the line for meat.
ooh, if it's like that, I don't want it either. Debbie said, "I don't care for it. When I've had was fatty and could be gristly. Now, I can't be handling no gristly meat. Now, if you can fry the fat pretty good, then but grizzly cannot do grizzly meat at all.
Nope.
And most goats they talk about is really lean. Now, a lot of the sheep
Yeah.
and stuff has got a lot of fat in it.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to know how to cook either one of them for them to taste right.
Yep.
And I never did learn how to cook goat or lamb, either one. Sheep. I ended up giving the sheep away. It was 3 females. I didn't have no way of, getting. I couldn't afford, a male to go with them to raise them and sell them. So I ended up giving them away. Well, maybe them Mexicans fed them sheep too well, or them goats.
No, I think she's talking about it being cooked and it being so grizzly. So I don't know.
Oh, now I could see that because they are constantly on the move.
They are goats, except for whenever they're heavily pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I heard
Now, April.
A lot smaller, slower. Do what, Jason?
You got some of those right now, don't you? Heavily pregnant.
Yeah, poor old Sheba, she don't even run no more. She just barely walks and turns around and looks at you.
Oh, Lordy, she better be having them babies soon, because
she's got where she kind of wobbles in the back when she walks.
She is extremely huge.
Well, winter's coming and it ain't no friend to babies.
Nope, sure ain't.
We're gonna have some that's probably gonna be January and February.
We're gonna have to put them up in the barn. I mean, there ain't no way around it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to put them in the barn.
I mean, I put the Billy in time last year for him to already been born, and we had one goat to have the baby so far.
So, Debbie, I've tried lamb from different places in several different ways, and for me, it's okay. A lot of the ones I've had have been fatty. Recently, we went. Matter of fact, I think y'all might remember a few weeks back, I wasn't on any lives for like a whole week because we had work stuff going on. And one of the places we went to, I ended up getting their mixed grill, which had lamb, and I couldn't eat the lamb at all. It wasn't necessarily fatty. Something about the taste of it. It was not good what they had.
Yeah. Lamb has a very distinct taste to it. And you also have to, you almost have to know the people you're getting it from and if it's actually lamb. Because if it's an older one, it ain't lamb no more. And it's got a really strong taste to it.
Well, this was from a Indian British fusion pub type thing. So, and I didn't realize it. I wish I had thought about it. The mixed grill, they did the whole dry seasonings and that were like caked on.
Oh.
So it's the kind that is that really makes you thirsty, and it's just hard to eat a lot of it or any amount of it.
Yeah.
And it came out, and it was like this huge plate of meat, and I'm like, I started eating on it, and I was like, yeah, I'm full. But I need a takeout box to take this home. I'm like, I'm full. I didn't want to tell them like, I can't eat this. This is not good.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And them being my director, who also got the same thing, and he's scarfing it down, saying, "Oh, this is lovely," and I'm like, "You're also drunk." Well, he wasn't drunk, but he had enough drinks in him. But he eats a lot more Indian food than I do as well.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's called mutton. Mutton is a lot stronger. It's an older sheep, where lamb is young, and it hasn't taken on that. It gets a very odd, distinct flavor to it. The older it gets, the stronger the flavor is.
what is it, veal? Ain't that what they call young calves?
Yeah, veal.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I've had. It's probably been 16 years, 15, between 15 and 16 years ago. At my sister-in-law's wedding up in Vermont, we went to a place and I had a rack of lamb. That was actually pretty decent. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But I've not since then. I've not had any. I've tried it since then. I've tried various lamb and stews and everything else, and I've just not since then. I've not found anything I liked. And I'm like started questioning. You know, did I actually like what I had before? Because I thought I did, but I don't remember it tasting like this.
Yeah.
So it could be what you were saying. It could be people saying it's lamb and it's actually
Mutton, because it's older. It's older lamb. Yeah.
It could be that. It could definitely be that.
Yep.
Yeah, because lamb sells higher, don't it?
Oh yeah, I would imagine so, because you're selling a young lamb,
Mm-hmm.
and it is where the prime meat is at. It's in the lamb.
Yeah, like veal.
Once it gets older, and it's what they call mutton, which most people nowadays are not honest enough to tell you whether or not they're selling you lamb or mutton.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's looking at the dollar signs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
I
my
don't
other
know
problem.
if very many places that sell it even use the term mutton anymore.
And see, I've kind of gotten to, well, I've gotten to 2 points. Point number one, I don't like eating out most of the time now. I don't like going to most places. I'd rather fix food at home because I feel like 90% of the time I'm not happy with what I get. It's usually not good, or it's like really crappy processed food.
Really?
And then when I'm going, somewhere to pick up food to fix at home, I typically stick to meats and vegetables that I know I can easily identify. Like, hey, this is still good, or if it's a certain fruit or vegetable that I can tell, is this ripe? Is it ready to eat? And I want to branch out and try other things, but I feel like whenever I've picked other stuff up that I'm not familiar with, I'm usually like, this doesn't seem right. And I think, is it because I don't know what I'm buying? And I think that's the thing. I don't know what to look at. Say, is this good enough to eat? But and that's the other
is
thing.
nasty.
I don't know what that
Snotty,
is.
nasty, yucky stuff.
Okra?
Yes.
Is that okra?
Yeah, okra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I like fried okra.
Fried. It's got to be fried.
Yep.
And not that frozen.
Well, I learned the
not that
hard way
frozen-
when I was a kid because, see, I grew up. When I was growing up, we raised almost everything we ate. You either raised it or you hunted and fished for it. If you didn't raise it or hunt and fish for it, you didn't eat it. And I always got stuck having to clean the okra, but my goofy parents would cut that stuff up and then throw it in a big pan of water and expect me to clean it and fish it out of it. Nasty. It's like slime. It's like trying to fish green stuff out of boogers. It's nasty. I'm like, no, I don't eat nothing that does that. Now, that being said, I grow okra every year.
I love okra. I love fried okra, like April was saying, but it can't be that frozen stuff with like the really thick bread on it. And now there are a few like barbecue type restaurants that I will still go to. Most of the time, I have really good success with them. And there's a couple of them that have started doing it's like a dusted breading on the outside. It's a very thin, and they deep fry that. That's phenomenal. And I like doing a little bit of like a vinegar barbecue and kind of dip it in that right before I eat it.
Yeah.
Really good. But that's the other thing that ticks me off, talking about, not knowing what things look like. One of my biggest, I guess it's a pet peeve, is when I go somewhere and I order food and they bring it to the table. And why would you even sit this in front of me? because it looks horrible. Like, this is not edible. I can look at it and tell you. And there's a place, I'm sure Glenn and April, y'all have heard of this place before, Highway 55 Diner. It used to be called Andy's. Now it's called Highway 55.
Yeah.
Not diner, but burgers and shakes or whatever.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay, and there's one that I like to go to that's about a 15-minute drive or so from my house. So I have to go out of the way because there's nothing else really out there that we would typically go for. But I'd have to go up my way. In the past 2 times that I've been, the food came out, literally there was grease in the basket with the food.
Yeah.
And the last time I got it, there was grease, and it was from the chili. Somebody forgot how to cook their chili. The chili was never like that. There was grease in the bottom of my basket from my 2 hot dogs that I got that was that high. And the French fries came out, and they were like deep, dark, blackish, brownish looking fries. I'm like, they killed it.
Yeah.
And I looked at the girl, and I was like, she put it in front of me. I said, you can go in and take that away right now. I'm not eating that. I'm like, I'm done. I don't want anything else. And so the manager came out, and the funny thing is, we had been there the week before and had a similar, case, and he ended up, comping my food because I'm like, I'm not eating that. And so he took it off, and he came out to me, and he goes, I heard there was a problem with the food. It was still sitting in front of me. And I looked at him and I said, question, does that look appetizing to you? And he goes, no. And I said, why was this even sitting at my table? Because you're the one standing over there taking the food and putting it. They got one of those little robots that will wheel it out to your table. I'm like, you're the one that put it on the damn robot. You're the one that took it from the line.
Mm-hmm.
So you just told me this is not appetizing. Why did you send this to my table?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I don't like going out because people just don't care. Just push the product out.
They don't.
So that's tonight. I had, once again, for the second time this week, hamburger mac and cheese because it's simple and I like it.
At least you know what it is, huh?
I can look at
I don't know.
I
I've got this thing here lately against hamburger because I'm like, I bought hamburger at the grocery store here. It's probably been 2 months ago. And I just have not been able to bring myself to do hamburger ever since. I opened that pack hamburger up and it smelled like organ meat. It was nasty smelling.
Way.
And when I cooked it, it tasted the same way. It tasted like organ meat. And I'm like, this ain't ground beef. This is it's fillers and organ meat.
Something else fell in there, or they put something else in it to fill it. Yeah, that's not good. I wouldn't have even cooked it. If something, when I open a package up, if it doesn't smell like it's supposed to smell, it does not go in the pan or the oven, however I'm cooking
you know
it.
how organ meat's got that real strong bloody smell? That's how it was.
Straight like iron. You can smell the iron. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I smell that, or if there's even a hint of something that doesn't smell the way it should, especially for the ground meat, right?
Yeah.
I won't even attempt to cook it because it's like that tells me something fell in the grinder that shouldn't have been put in there, whether it was accident or on purpose. Something was put in there when we're not there.
I figured they just done it to get rid of it because they didn't have enough burger or something, and they ground up organ meat thinking that, and put fillers in it thinking they'd pass it off as hamburger.
And see,
like, that's disgusting.
Y'all do know the government started a thing where they're growing meat, don't you? In a test lab.
That don't surprise me one bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you right now, anytime you're buying any food at the store, and I'm talking dairy and all, even your yogurt, read the back of it. Read the ingredient labels.
I do.
You have no idea what you're getting, though.
No. Hot dogs, unless you're getting the really expensive hot dogs, I'll tell you one of the ingredients listed on the back of it. It says erythrobate. Erythrobate is nothing more than earthworms that they put in there for added protein.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's nasty.
Yeah, well, every time you eat hot dogs, that's what you're eating.
Oh Lord, I love Desi Jones.
Well,
Read
you
the
know,
ingredients. Read the ingredients sometime and see if it says erythrobait on there.
Alrighty.
well, you know that's what Wendy's burgers was famous for back in the day.
Yep.
Where's the beef?
KFC was proud to announce here a while back that they were the first to have chicken nuggets that are petri dish.
I remember when that first came out because it actually caused a huge stink. And I
Yeah.
was like, yep, I'm done. I'm not,
Yep.
nope, not
Yep.
doing it.
But even if you eat like store-bought yogurt or any of that, read the ingredients on it.
I've gotten really good. I think I mentioned this last night. A while back, we started doing the clean eating thing. And even though I'm not as strict on it now as I was, I still
Yeah.
have the habits of looking at what's actually in stuff.
Yep.
Right? Because number one, I'm trying to make sure I'm not buying stuff with like added refined sugar and stuff in it. So I'm always reading the ingredients. And when I start reading stuff, I'm like, this is not something that's part of an animal and this should just be meat, or this is just supposed to be vegetables and it's got other stuff in it. I'm like, nope, I will not buy it.
Yeah. I used to love Yoplait yogurt. I won't buy it no more. I read the ingredients and I was like, nope. It has petri dish crap in it. It doesn't say petri dish. I forgot exactly how it's worded though. But you know it, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Bioengineered is what it's called. Bioengineered.
Bioengineered.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
I don't buy any meat at Walmart.
Uh-uh.
For the most part, I've gotten to where if I can't raise it, I don't eat it.
And unfortunately, I'm not at the point where that's even an option for me. I just right now
I
get
feel
to a
for
point-
people that can't because
Yeah. Between the number one, we rent, but number two, between my job and everything else we have going on here, I don't have time to actually do that.
Yeah.
But it could be in my future.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
That's
my
the way-
husband wouldn't have time to do that because he works a good 60 hours a week.
Well, once
Right.
my kids are out of high school and we don't have to live in a certain county to keep them in the same high school, my plan is to move. And my wife and I started kind of talking about where we want to go. And I'd love to move out towards Glenn and April's way. I want to go out towards the foothills. But we'll make the decision together. I would say as a family, but the kids won't have any say in it. They can come with us, but it will be mom and daddy's
Yeah.
decision because this is where mom and daddy are going to probably spend maybe the rest of our lives at. In my plan.
Our kids had left home. They all three had left home. And we decided, well, we didn't decide. Paul's work where we used to live at closed the doors, which I kept telling him for 2 years before they did that it was coming. It was going to happen. And everybody kept laughing at me and saying, no, there's no way they'll do that. Well, it happened. And when it did, it was the best paying place to work at down there. And
Welcome
when they
back,
closed
Peter.
their doors, the economy just totally tanked. And there wasn't any other jobs. And we ended up coming up here. And we bought this place, which it was only by the grace of God we got it because we were still making a house payment on a house down home where we came from. And I went to a local bank and they gave us a loan for it. And I was like, all right, I'll take it.
Well, if all goes well, and when I say debt, I'm not talking about like a vehicle payment. I don't see a vehicle as being debt because I'm always going to need a vehicle.
Yeah.
Right. But as far as the debts that I have, if everything works according to plan, by the time both of my kids are done with high school, the actual debts that I have will be gone.
Yeah.
which is going to free up a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
And give me time to be able to save. And my thing is, as long as wherever we move, as long as I can get internet, so that's definitely a requirement. I
Yeah.
can work anywhere. I can work from home.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
happens.
So Paul can't. But Paul's a maintenance tech at a bullet factory.
Billy.
Russ Keller and our water. I'll give you our water when it rains in the spring. We get spring rains and my water turns muddy. Yeah,
Ours don't.
ours does.
The only time we ever had any that was kinda, you could tell that it was on account of the rain, we had a bad flood.
Yeah, well, it floods up here every spring. But this is flat land.
Well, our spring where it's at the bottom of a hill, and then about 75 feet beyond it is the creek that it runs
Yeah.
into. And from the creek bottom up there to the spring probably ain't over 3 or 4 foot difference in elevation.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
So when we get that bad flood, it will back up to the creek or to the spring.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got there, Glenn?
Peanut butter.
That's what I thought.
I did have some crackers till she took them away from me.
Uh-oh. Do you know why men crave peanut butter?
Why?
Because peanut butter is loaded with testosterone.
Woo woo.
You better watch out on that.
I was waiting for something like that.
Hide the peanut butter, April.
All of a sudden, Glenn ditches, throws a spoon
County,
behind his
Tennessee.
shoulder and gets a big old handful out.
Well, Wickshire, I'm in Benton County, Missouri.
You know the Wickshire, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Billy Joe.
Yeah, Billy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I'm in Benton County, Missouri, which is, probably 50-ish miles south of Kansas City. So I'm sitting out here on the prairie where you can see for miles.
I hear you.
I had a buddy of mine that used to live in Oklahoma, and I worked for Sprint at the time, and they've got their headquarters was out in like Overland Park, Kansas, and there was one point in time they were trying to get me to move out there, and I was talking to him on the phone, and he said, "Well, here's the thing: if you moved out to Kansas, you can sit on your back porch, and I can sit on my back porch, and we can wave at each other."
Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, you would hate it out here because he's like, it's so flat." He's
It
like,
is,
you
it's
can
flat.
see for miles, and I'm not used to flat. Like I'm used to
Yep.
obstructions and hills
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
trees and
See,
everything.
I grew up in the southern part of Missouri at the foothills of the Ozark Mountains.
Yep, gotcha.
So I'm used to the hills. But we moved up here and it's like, oh my God, you can see for miles. You can see a tornado. It looks like it's coming and it takes forever for it to get there because it's actually a lot further away than you think it is.
Yeah, he said that they had he said they call it a mountain. He didn't give me the name of it. He said they call it a mountain. He's like, to you and I, it's more like a hill.
Yeah.
He goes, the thing is, I can look at it right now, and it looks like you could probably drive there in about 30, 45 minutes. He said, dude, it's a 4-hour drive away.
Yeah.
He's like, I kid you not. It looks like it's right on top of you, but everything's so flat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you
Yeah.
used to get in the truck going out west, get up that morning, see a little mountain out ahead of me, and drive all day before I got there.
Yeah. Yeah. We have small hills like in the roads, but that's like the road that not the road I'm on, because I'm actually on a 5 mile, right in the middle of a 5 mile stretch of gravel road. But the main road before you get to our road, 52 highway, runs from 67 highway all the way to Windsor, which is 14 miles. If you could lock your steering wheel, you could go to sleep.
Wow.
It's one long straight stretch, 14-mile straight stretch.
Yeah,
Now, the
Billy
bad
said he
part about
dropped
that,
through. Billy
people
said
up
he
here
dropped
fight
through
it.
70 in Kansas. Said there was corn, more corn, more corn, and more corn. That sounds like riding out across Iowa and Indiana, Illinois.
Yep.
You get between two cornfields and you just get lost.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do. And here it's all farm country. The only trees here are in the fence rows. Now you go down around the lake, Truman Lake and Lake of the Ozarks. Now Lake of the Ozarks is a little more hillier. There's hills down there. But Truman Lake, there's trees around the lake and stuff, but otherwise out here, it's all farmland. It's farmland till you hit town.
You see what Susan said?
Yeah, I bet you would. Thelma and Louise. Woo.
Yeah, because she's up by, where is this from? Utah?
Yep.
Yeah, she's up there in Utah.
Oh, I got a
is that
niece
what
in
she's at
Utah,
now?
Salt Lake.
Is that where Susan's at now?
Yeah,
Yes, where she lives.
that's where she lives, in Utah.
For some reason, I thought she was in North Carolina.
Now, are you talking about Herb in the Bucket, or are you talking about New Horizon?
Herb in the Bucket.
Okay, now Herb in the Bucket's from Utah. Susan, New Horizon, they lived in North Carolina, I think, for a while. But she's originally from, I think, Indiana or something like that. And then since they've been RVing, they've been staying in Florida a lot in the wintertime.
Ah.
That was something else I considered doing in January for my camping. I was like, would I feel like driving all the way down to Florida and hitting one of their trails that they have? And I'm like, I don't want to drive that long. I've got the time.
It ain't that far. You can be in Florida 40 days out.
Yeah, and that's probably about 10 hours longer than I want to drive.
Well, that's about all you got to drive, about 10 hours.
Exactly.
I don't know. When we lived in the southern part of Missouri, it took us 16 hours to get to Florida.
But I imagine it's probably from where I'm at, I could probably get to the border of Florida in maybe like 7 to 8 hours, depending on where.
Well,
But yeah,
I've left from up here where I'm at in a big truck and went to Homestead, Florida, and unload the next morning, leave out 10, 11 o'clock today and be down there and unload the next morning.
yeah, I want to be able to leave like at lunch and get there by 2
dinner time.
Right. So I'm looking at maybe 2 to 3 hours tops from my drive.
Well, just call it a track. You can jump on the train, take you a nap, and you won't know the difference.
It takes me a half hour just to go to town. It don't matter what town I go to up here. It takes me a good 30 minutes to get to Walmart.
Takes us about 15.
Well, Walmart's about 3 miles from my house, but depending on what time of day, it could take me 20 minutes to get there because this town is stupid.
Uh-oh.
Everything's built in the same damn place. And if you want to get anywhere, even in or out of this town, you got to go to the same stupid ass road. So if there's other people out and about, it's going to take you 10, 15 minutes just at the stoplights because you're probably waiting for 5 cycles.
Yeah.
because everything's on the same, and it's Main Street, and it literally is the main
Yeah.
street. Everything,
Yeah.
even the new stuff they're building. I'm like, y'all need to stop building on Main Street. There's plenty of other places here.
Yeah.
You know, like the neighborhood, the places we live around here, I've actually enjoyed that aspect of it. But this town was not built for the amount of people that it is. And
Yeah.
as they're trying to grow, they're growing incorrectly. They're not building properly. People are wanting to go up next to their competition and everything. And I'm like,
They
stop.
need, yeah, they need better infrastructure. They need somebody that knows how to
And we've
plan
only
this
got
stuff
three,
out better.
and we've only got 3 actual grocery stores. We got a Walmart, which I don't count that as a regular grocery store because
Yeah.
to me it's more than a grocery store, right?
Yeah.
But and then we have an Aldi, and I don't count that the same way as a grocery store because depending on what you're getting, it's not a place I can get certain things I'm looking for, right? So we literally have 2 Food Lions and 1 Harris Teeter. And that's it. And I find myself going to the town next to us, or even the town that we lived in before here, which is about a 25, 30-minute drive to go do all my shopping. Because most of the time, the grocery stores here don't have anything because there's too many people for the amount of grocery stores we have. They sell out
Yeah.
of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy, I wish you was still 2.5 hours away from me or less.
Oh Lord, we drove to Reds one time. That was 11 plus hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Billy says it takes about 8 hours, I think, now for him to drive down here.
Have a good night, Debbie.
Yeah, good
That-
night, Debbie. Thank you for hanging in with us.
Yeah, really
me
enjoyed
Me and
talking
Audrey
about-
took off one time and we made a loop. We went out, we went across, oh gosh, we went across the top of Missouri because I'm actually on the west side. So we went across the top of Missouri, then across Illinois, then across Indiana. All that crap. Took us 11 hours to get to Reds. And then we went from there down to Georgia to Big Bear Homestead. And then from there, we went up through Kentucky and stopped at Higgs Rock Farm in Kentucky. It was a 4-day trip. It was a 4-day trip.
Anybody west of Glen and April, I had about 2 to 2.5 hours, and that's how long it would take to get to me.
Huh?
Because I'm about 2 to 2.5 hours from them.
I'm out here in the middle of no man's land.
Hey,
nobody comes to see me because it's like, oh hell no, you're out in the middle of nowhere.
I'm in a town outside of Raleigh. I'm about 30 minutes west of Raleigh, 30 about southwest of Raleigh, depending on what part.
Yeah.
I left out one time from here going up to Iowa, and I was gone for 2.5 months.
Okay.
I wound up there, and I forget where all else wound up in Canada.
Huh?
Left Canada and went to Laredo, Texas. Went from minus 25 degrees to 125 degree weather.
I'll tell you what, Urban Bucket, we spent a winter in Tennessee. Actually, we lived in Ripley, Tennessee at the time. Oh, dear God. Them people were not used to snow. We spent that winter pushing people out of ditches and telling them how to drive on the snow. Come spring, it was the worst. They had the worst winter, I think, in history that year. It wouldn't quit snowing. My nephew lost his keys just off our front porch, and we couldn't find them. We finally found them in March when the snow thawed. But we apologized and we went back home. We were like, we're sorry. We didn't mean to make y'all have this kind of winter. And we went back to Missouri. I was like, dang, that was bad. And probably the worst snowstorm I ever got caught on the road in was just outside of Nashville. We'd went out to Charleston, South Carolina. Paul had a cousin that lived out there on Johns Island. And we were sitting there watching the news, and here comes the weather report. And they were like, there was this massive snowstorm coming across the bottom of the country. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, pack the car up now. We're hitting the road. See if we can beat that storm home. We didn't beat it home. We ran into the storm just outside of Nashville. And oh my God, even the truckers, you would think truck drivers would know better. They were going 70 and 80 mile an hour on that crap.
Yeah.
Everybody was, and we're like back here poking, and we're like, people are flying around us. I was like, oh dear God, we're going to end up with a massive pileup up ahead of us. And sure enough, almost everybody that passed us, you would see them. These truckers would be off the dang hillsides. Off down in the woods they go. I'm like, what the heck? Slow down. You can't do this.
Yeah, I know when I was trucking, I'd be going down through there and I'd get scared I was going to get run over because I'm running on 30, 35 mile an hour, you know.
Yeah.
And here these people are passing me 70, 80 mile an hour. I was going down through Houston and it was snowing like crazy. The road was white.
Oh, shit. Yeah, they really don't know down there how to drive on it.
No, I was running along about 40, 45 mile an hour and they was passing me like 80, 90 mile an hour.
Uh-huh.
I'm sitting there thinking, dear Lord, let me get down here at this truck stop and I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Oh, we tried getting off the road. There was no hotels there. We just had to keep going till we got over into Kentucky where we could get past Paducah and go north up into Missouri. Then we got out of the storm.
Well,
then it was just, well, you may as well go on home now because there ain't no snowstorm now.
Well, I didn't have to worry about a motel. I had my bed behind me.
Think about it, girl.
Well, folks, I got to go. I got to get out this chair.
Uh-oh.
I've had enough of
feeling.
Yeah, I'm fixing to have to go put a little girl back in her crate because she's over here looking over the edge of the couch like I'm fixing to jump off of here. She thinks she can still jump off and she can't.
It was awesome as always, and I will see y'all next time.
All righty, have a good night.
Thanks.
Y'all too. Thank y'all.
I miss you already.
Miss you too, buddy. And all of y'all that hung in here with us in the chat and stuff, we appreciate it. It's time for me to get stretched out. It's been a long day. It's gonna be enough tomorrow too. I got to unload all that feed I went and got today. So.
Oh, that's always fun.
Oh yeah. But y'all all have a good one. I guess.
All righty, y'all have a good night and God bless all y'all.
You too. We'll probably be back on Wednesday night. So y'all come back and check us out. Bye, y'all.
I don't get notifications.
I don't from people that I'm subscribed to.
I don't get any notifications from YouTube. My computer refuses it.
I guess mine does.
I spent 3 hours with the tech trying to figure out how to make my computer give me my doohickeys, and a tech couldn't even figure it out. He was like, I don't know why it is. He said, your computer just does not like doing it, and it won't do it. It refuses.
Yep.
So I know somebody's live when I go check on there to see what's going on, and I see they're live.
Yeah. That's me.
Yep. All righty. Well, have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.